Welcome to Underground Nerd Nation. Make sure y'all go check out fandomlim.com. We got a lot of dope podcasts on the network now. So make sure you go check out fandomlim.com. What's going on, y'all? Welcome to Underground Nerd Nation. It's episode 19.
Yo,
that
episode 19.
19. That adult is getting older there, boy.
That was a good year, boy, when I was 19, boy. I was doing some things, boy.
Doing some things.
Fresh out of high school.
Spectacular time.
Oh, that's when we lived our own, right? In the apartment?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. Oh, yeah. And I want to say I've been loving them apartment stories that y'all been telling off the podcast. Maybe one day we can start another podcast and y'all can tell some of them stories online.
Ooh, story time?
That's going to have to be like a Patreon thing.
Oh, that's definitely going to be a Patreon.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Those stories are too juicy for it not to be a Patreon.
I like this. Story time.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm Keston, a.k.a. DJ Nexus.
And I'm Braylon, a.k.a. Cam's replacement. Sorry,
Tom.
bro.
Yeah, about time, boy. Welcome to the podcast.
We got three dark-skinned brothers now right there, boy. We moving
Whoa,
up.
whoa. I'm Adrian, a.k.a. the light-skinned delegation
The
representative.
light-skinned delegation.
And I'm Dash, a.k.a. Camden Shiny Ballhead.
Oh, so it begins.
Oh.
Let's tell them why this begins.
He already knew it was coming.
He
He knew at the end. I don't know why he was like, Braylon not going to defend you, bro.
I hope he's sitting down, bro. Because you're going to need to be.
Oh, it's going to be a long one for you.
Oh, bro. I'm sorry, man. I tried.
Did you really, though?
Did you? What word did you say to try?
I know, right? No, let's not get on him. We need to get on Cam.
Yes. Direct your comments toward Cam, not me.
Oh, no, everybody gets it. That don't discriminate. Hold up now.
Everybody gets it. You right about that. Cam, you're getting it tonight. Sorry.
Ooh, boy. And I'm not even going to start anything off the rip. I'm going to let it come naturally.
That's how we do it. It's
Just
always
like,
natural.
Just like his baldness come naturally.
I'm choking.
Wow.
But he be talking about my man's BB cut. Look,
Yeah.
leave that man alone. At least he got some hair.
Yo.
I get you a weave, Cam. You want the lace? What is it, the lace front?
Oh, God.
It was funny
Oh,
because
not the lace
I was on Facebook and he posted his pictures on Facebook and he had hair. I was like, oh, I remember those times.
Look, wait a minute. I gotta go to my brother's famous quote. We not even 5 minutes in. Jesus.
He had it coming. That man went on a 10.5-minute rant.
I was expecting shots fired, but not a full AK
Oh,
clip.
That's not AK. I mean, that was the AK clip. That was the AK clip Tyrese was using in that Fast and Furious movie.
Oh God, yes. That was that. Just shots fired everywhere. Just everywhere.
Just pray and spray.
No aim.
Good Lord.
So we're talking about Fast and the Furious 9 tonight.
Yeah.
It's
So-
just Fast 9 is the title of the
Yeah.
movie.
So
Okay.
it's super.
Isn't it F9? Isn't it just F9?
Yeah. Okay.
So super spoilers
Super
Spoiler
Super
alert.
spoilers.
all day.
Off rip. But before we actually get into the movie, we'll go around and let everybody say what their rating was for the movie. Because mine was 7 out of 10.
7.5. No, actually, no. I'll give it 8.
You gonna give it an 8?
I'll give it 8.
And this is basing this based on it's a Fast and the Furious movie, not like a general type of movie,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
And the reason, I'll give you the reason why. It was a little more funnier. Tyrese, I feel like he tries too hard in the other ones.
Yeah.
But this one was, when he did it, was actually kind of funny. And I was actually chuckling. So the comedy didn't feel so forced in this one.
Yeah. I'll agree with you.
Even
there.
though they kind of stereotype in certain stuff, it still kind of came natural as far as the comedy versus trying to force him to say crazy stuff. So I give it that for the comedy.
So you going 8?
I'll give it 8.
Okay, I'll give it a.
Come on.
Last night when I walked out the theater, my initial score was 6.5.
Damn, he had to think about it. He had to simmer.
I let it stew overnight, right?
Okay.
Be the white rice.
Right. Yeah. You gotta let that marinate for a minute.
Can't let it get too dry though. It gets sticky.
So
That's what the butter's for.
gotta get it with the olive oil.
Lord.
Now, looking at it as a Fast and the Furious movie, I'll give it a 7.5. I'll bump it up 1 point.
So,
What other way was you looking at it?
So I can't get into this right now. We got to get the Braylon score.
wait a minute. I'm with Dash on this. I gave it an 8 because like the last
Lie. You told me 7 3/4 in the car.
7 3/4.
That's a precise measurement.
very precise.
What type of tape measure are you using?
That's a penis size. That's
Lord have mercy.
What?
And I'm mad he's facts on that. That's
a
totally
hat size.
He said that 3/4 inch make a difference, boy.
You might as well call me 8.
You got to round up to the nearest tenth.
But yeah, I'm gonna give it an 8.
Oh no,
I
my
got to
kidney.
give it an 8.
It's kidney boy.
Because if I look back at the last Fast and Furious, look at the storyline, look at the acting and all that, they did a whole lot better in this one.
Wait, is 8 Hawk and Shaw? Does that count? Or is that
No, Hobbs and Shaw is a different. Yeah.
Oh, what is
That's-
it? Hawk? Sorry, that was
that's a
Yeah,
spinoff.
Hobbs and Shaw, but
8.
yeah, that's a spinoff.
8 was the one with the submarine and the ice charger and the
okay.
Lamborghini.
Yeah.
That's when Cypher first came into play.
Yeah, okay. I do remember.
Lamborghini on Ice.
Yeah.
That's also a musical.
Okay, wait. Let's go back to that one right quick.
No.
How did Tyrese survive the machine gun with the Lamborghini door?
Oh,
Oh my Lord.
I watched the movie the other day, and first of all, when he shot the grappling hook into the door, how did it not hit him? Second of all, how did the door come completely off? Because if I was in water, I'd let go. I'm sorry, that's cold as hell.
Oh yeah.
There's no way I'd have
Definitely.
been thinking back on that door. And then the fact that they shot machine guns and that whole door just stopped it.
well, okay. So now, just so y'all know, so if y'all want to stop it here, here's the spoilers coming. So he talks about that in the Fast 9 movie. He talks about the fact that, yo, we're invincible. We've been in all this crazy crazy
The man's
mess.
jacket got 87 bullet holes in it.
And none of them hit him.
And all of his
Nothing
shots
hit
was
him.
the ugliest thing I'd ever seen in my life. You know when you're playing Call of Duty,
Yeah,
and you
that-
can tell there's a 7-year-old playing online.
Yes.
Because they're just spraying and praying in different directions.
Yes.
That was Tyrese. That was that shot. So he was just, and I'm like, yo, how did you shoot that dude through the brick wall?
First of no. The fact is he got shot multiple times. How did he
Multiple
survive
times.
that with no bulletproof vest?
No wounds, no scratches, nothing.
I mean, he went God mode.
And
There
there
was
was
a
several-
lot of
He
people
went
that did that in this
he
movie.
put in the GTA code for unlimited health.
He
That's
did
what
that.
he did.
had
did
to.
that.
And-
Unlimited armor. That's what he
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
It's
got
not
the
like they
armor
shot.
and health.
It's not like they shot him in the front. It was a circle. He was literally on the bottom of the circle.
And not just straight on. They were shooting him from 2 stories up, from the sides, from the front, from the back. I'm like, yo, there's bullets coming from literally every direction. And my man is just spraying and praying.
I feel like
And
that
got
was-
everybody
And got everybody.
on one clip.
What?
One
On
clip.
hold up, and on one clip that had already been used, so it wasn't a full clip. The guy he
Factual.
stole the gun from
Right.
had already used a couple of shots.
Let's not forget he's over here saying, you don't know who I am, and drops both of his guns.
Yeah, he did.
dropped both of his guns.
This man dual wielding 9s and drops both of them.
Both of them.
I probably dropped
Don't
two.
know who I am. I ain't scared. Drop both his guns and just ran.
I mean, like, I feel like there's an Easter egg for a mod in Call of Duty for what he just did.
It's gotta be. And if not, they need to make one because goodness.
Like, if it was bootleg going on in that movie theater, you heard me like, no, he did not survive that. Like,
Right.
how the hell did
Right.
he survive that?
So this is all in the first part of the movie. This is during, I guess you would say, the jungle race scene.
Yeah, that's like the first major part of the action.
I had several issues with this jungle race scene.
Oh, God.
So did I.
Yes.
So okay, you got Tyrese's character in some type of tank that only goes 70 miles an hour, but seems to be doing 150,
Hell yeah, he said it.
Keeping up with everybody else.
keeping up with everybody,
including the Hellcat Red Eye that was there. But we'll get to that later. Go ahead.
Okay, all right. So then we got a Gladiator on like 47-inch tires, which is doing ridiculous speeds as well for a vehicle that looks like it's armor plated, has steel bumpers, and a lot of gear in the back.
Facts.
Yeah.
Then you got Letty on a motorcycle.
That should have been blown off.
Not a motorcycle. It was a dirt bike.
She was on a dirt bike.
It's basically a dirt bike.
It's like an enduro, I think is what they call them.
We'll call it enduro.
She was on a 250. We're gonna say that.
A 250 in the jungle, and spoiler again, it's a minefield. How are you riding this small motorcycle through a minefield and not dying? And you ran over like 8 of them
Yeah, you did.
by herself.
by herself.
But
And
in the effect of how the radius of the mine would have completely knocked you off the motorcycle.
right.
I'll say if it wouldn't have killed her, it would have knocked her off the motorcycle.
The rhyme of reason to these mines was so ridiculous because one mine would destroy one of the Land Rovers or whatever they were from the enemies, the army that was coming in.
Yep.
Destroy that vehicle. Then, spoiler, Roman falls out of the windshield of the tank because he flips it into a rock hanging upside down, and he falls out of it right beside the mine.
Yes.
And then somehow just does one barrel roll and escapes the whole explosion. I'm like, what? Was that a firework?
Well, the fact that he fell like literally an inch away from the mine is amazing myself. Like, because you were swinging when you fell.
No, wait a minute. I'm going to point this out to you. The fact that he fell, flipped away from that mine when that mine blew, and it didn't blow him any further, but it blew that big ass tank that he was driving
straight up
in
into
the
the air.
damn air.
and then fail
And
just barely missed him.
Barely missed him. Like, I feel like he did the Matrix when it fell, and we just didn't get to see that.
We just didn't see it.
Physics don't exist.
Not in the
Fast and
Fast and
Furious
Furious
world.
No, not at all.
And-
Because here's the other thing with the mind thing. Because because it was funny that Rome saw it, and he's the only one talking about what does that mean. Everybody else apparently knows Spanish,
Right.
in this caravan except Rome, because Rome's like, was Metis or Metis something?
Minas Megaris.
Something like that, which basically means danger, minefield.
Right.
Everybody else is trying. Dom done start talking to Ludacris' character, talking about how fast do we need to go. Rome's like, what are y'all talking about? What does Metis mean? Like, he's still trying to figure out what Metis mean, but beyond that, they figure out that they need to go like 80 miles an hour.
I think they
to
said
clear
80.
these
Yeah,
mines.
it's 80.
So they're supposed to be going 80 miles an hour to clear the trigger for the mine, the trigger and the explosion for the mine. And then the enemies that are chasing them are going the same speed as them.
Right.
They're getting blown up by the mines. The mines are missing the heroes though.
Every
But
time.
everybody is going the same exact speed.
And let's look. Okay,
Even
so
Rome.
at least the first couple vehicles that we've named have made sense in some type of off-road jungle setting. The enduro bike, the tank, the Jeep. Okay, cool. Why is my man driving a red-eye Charger that at least I'll give them credit? It looks like they actually did manual swap this car. There was a gear shifter, and I'm pretty sure I saw a third pedal.
There was definitely
Yes,
a third
you did.
pedal. Because
Okay.
I was wondering like the Charger doesn't come with a third pedal, but
Right. So
Yeah.
at least they made that small improvement, we'll say. But a red-eye SRT on street tires,
On dirt road,
on dirt roads, with no off-road modifications whatsoever,
none.
but somehow is flying through the desert or jungle, escaping landmines. I know for a fact that car has 0 traction without tarmac.
Exactly.
and it's a boat.
It's a boat.
It's because my thing is that if it would have been like a rally car, like a not SRT, STI WRX,
Right.
makes sense. Mitsubishi Evo makes sense. Dodge Charger makes no sense.
I will say they do make an all-wheel drive Charger, but you cannot get it in anything higher than a regular Hemi. It's only available in the 5.7. You can't get it with 392, and you can't get it with SRT package.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna say 2 things. First of all, if I was Camden, right, and he watched the movie, he's like, first of all, this is trash. I give it 6.
Yeah, no, 3. He give it a 3.
You're right. I was trying to be nice. You're
I
so
said
right.
he'll probably gave it a 4. He wouldn't. I'll give him that much. He probably would have gave it a 4.
It's straight garbage.
Don't make no sense.
No fucking sense.
First of all, I'm tired of them making Fast and Furious movies.
What is this, like number 18, 30?
They should have stopped the Tokyo Drift.
Which was garbage too. Where's the flame emojis at?
Flame emoji.
Then he would throw in. I would have rather watched Rubber.
Oh,
But you know we would have came back to Rubber.
Yeah, we would have came out of Rubber.
I would have rather watched Rubber.
And then, what's Rotten Tomato giving? What's Rotten Tomato giving it?
right, exactly.
If it's a 30,
That is a good
I'm
question.
pissing on them.
Oh no, I ain't even going on.
That
Rotten
is a
Tomatoes.
good question.
It's still too new for the Rotten Tomato score to make a
it's never
difference
too
right now.
We can find right
Oh
now.
Lord, here we go.
At number
All right,
2,
what's everybody's guess before Dash looks it up?
I'm gonna say Rotten Tomatoes probably gave it
I'm gonna say a 67.
I say 86.
I say 73.
I say I could give it an 80.
All right. Drum roll.
Looking for car insurance that's modern?
No,
That is not what we was looking for.
we do not own the rights to that commercial.
Okay, so Rotten Tomato gave it a 60%, and audience gave it 84%.
Yeah, Rotten Tomatoes always gives it like a lower score than what the audience would give it.
Wait, hold, 60%.
Yes.
That's lower than Rubber.
It is.
What was Rubber? What was Rubber?
Rubber was
69.
69. Yeah.
God, what? Who
Yo.
are these people?
I don't know.
Okay. All right. Look, I'm not necessarily disagreeing with them. But I am. It's not as bad as Rubber.
No, not in any way.
It's bad, but it's not terrible. It's watchable.
It is what it is. You go to see a Fast and Furious movie for the action and the antics. You don't go for this amazing
Action.
story.
The antics, the cars.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the evolution of these
Wait,
characters, though.
before you do that, my second thing is, and we talked about this in privacy, but we're talking about when you have a straightaway drive, how many times you shift? Because once you get to top speed, there's no shifting anymore.
Right. This is true.
This is true.
So there was multiple scenes when he was racing his brother, and they kept shifting. But I was like, wait a minute, Age is right. Why are you still shifting? If you're going as fast as possible, what are you downshifting for? To get back to where you're at.
I don't understand the point of holding on to the nitrous until the last exact second and then shifting after the nitrous. What's the point?
That was a power shift.
Lord.
That's what that was.
You trying to explode your clutch.
I mean,
Don't ask me how I know.
How do you know?
Adrian, we've been there before.
I've driven a lot of things.
I was going to say, I'm with you there, Adrian.
I've driven a lot
I've
of things.
blown a clutch or two out.
These things happen.
It sucks.
Sometimes you just think the car's better than it is. And the car reminds you that, nah, it ain't.
It's like, nah, bro.
Oh, I wasn't ready.
No. Car's looking at you like, hey, bro, I am still stock. Chill out.
Right?
I got too much junk in the trunk.
Stop pushing me so hard.
It's like, what you think this is?
So
Like, I ain't a Corvette.
back to what were you saying about they were talking about how they couldn't be injured. Tyrese,
Oh, yeah.
Tyrese thought that they were invincible. Right.
Like divine intervention kind of stuff.
I believe little Chris for a second when he was like, you know what? You might be right. And I was like, you know what? They might be right too, because they just some crazy shit. Like, there's no way when the grappling hooked, when he drove into the grappling hook, when the bridge fell, that he timed that perfectly to swing. I would have shit myself. And I'm not gonna lie to you. When he was like, "Hold on," and I did. Oh yeah, bro, we dying.
There
Hold
were
up.
several issues with that bridge.
Hold up, but let's back it up a little bit. 'Cause
Yeah.
we're not done with the jungle scene yet.
Right.
Them
That's
getting
still
there.
a jungle scene.
Well, no, I'm talking about before they got back into the cars. Let's talk about the fact that Dom rolled up in the jungle. You had all this time to prep. You rolled up in the jungle in your Charger, hopped out with a white T-shirt.
White T-shirt and
You
a
ain't
pump
have-
action shotgun.
And a pump action shotgun. You ain't have no vest. You ain't have no assault rifle.
You going into a place where you know there's hostile army territory, right? And you roll up in a T-shirt,
and a pump action shotgun.
pump action shotgun.
And some Timbs.
And not only that,
Cause he rocked some Timbs in there. Look, that whole movie, he was killing them Timbs, boy.
Gun drop bottoms.
but not only that, the hostile army they're worried about is literally right over the next ridge. They're not far,
Nope.
but
They
you
didn't-
rolled
and
up.
they didn't hear him coming at all.
First of all, how do you run with Timbs like that? Wait, y'all trying to skip the. You know how hard it is to run some Timbs?
That was them Appalachian.
That's a hard
trails.
run, boy.
Bruh.
Your
he
feet
was-
hurting.
He was parkouring hard with some Timbs.
Look, that's them Appalachian Trail too. That's
Look,
Timberland pros.
this goes back to the whole physics don't exist in Fast and Furious movies because one, his T-shirt stayed fresh that whole scene.
not one dirt stain
Not
on it.
one dirt stain. Then fast forward to another scene where he's fighting his brother and throwing him through walls, and he's getting thrown through the wall, and my man stand up in a crisp, fresh white sweatshirt. Boy, that shit was so crispy.
Hey man, look, don't hate on the drip.
And then
He said the drip hard, boy.
he threw his brother through the wall, and my man stood back up, and his hair was perfect. I was like, your head just went through a whole wall, and
Hold
your
up.
shit is slicked back.
His head wasn't perfect. His hair was perfect.
His
but-
hair was perfect.
but he had
little
he
strip
had
of
blood coming off his. So it hurt. It just didn't move his
What's
hair.
Like, what's in a rush hour?
What's that? Hold on. What's that? That
What?
chick that had her hair glued is like,
Oh,
It don't
Lord,
move.
It don't move.
Talking about the Gorilla Glue.
yeah, it don't move.
How the rush hour? Here's a tissue. Clean yourself up. You bleed.
Oh boy, I thought y'all was setting up for something. I was waiting for it.
Oh what?
Like I said, that's coming naturally.
Nope. Yeah. I mean, say it.
I'm not giving him the satisfaction of
I was
that.
about to say I'm not gonna set it up, but I'm gonna sit
Maybe
here and
I
ride
want the
with it.
satisfaction. Sorry, stop talking.
Just like he wanted the satisfaction of seeing LeBron make it past the first round.
And that boy sitting home. You realize he making multiple commercials now?
We got to promote that garbage ass Space Jam movie he in.
But he got some kind of Spanish dance gym thing going on. Have you not seen when he does the little dance and
I haven't seen that.
you haven't seen that
I haven't
commercial?
seen that.
What?
I have. That's so wrong.
They even have a guy mocking it and making fun of it.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to go look up this commercial now. It's Spanish dancing.
Yeah. He owns like where we're at right now, and there's a whole bunch of Spanish people dancing, and he's kind of like doing actually gonna get with the girl.
No, not JJ Ice Cream.
Oh, but
Oh,
look,
what you tell my girlfriend?
but so before we get too far off,
Okay.
we still not done with the jungle scene though.
Right. Yeah.
We
yeah.
still dissecting the jungle scene
Okay.
Okay.
because so we talked about them rolling up with no protective gear on,
No gear.
with terrible gun selection because
Right.
nobody had any type of assault weapon.
Getting shot at.
Tyrese is the only one with a vest on. Let's point that out.
And
Yeah.
he was the only one that got significantly shot at.
Right.
Yeah, he did. And I don't know how he survived that.
Not significantly. He was the only one getting shot.
He got annihilated.
He was
Everybody
a
left him.
magnet.
He said, "Come back for him. It's okay."
right. It'll be okay. But then the bridge.
The bridge.
First of all, when Ludacris drove over it in that slow Jeep, the bridge was falling behind it. It was doing like the Looney Tunes thing where they're trying to beat the bridge falling across across the
know.
gap.
And failed.
I don't know who didn't explain how gravity works to the people that make these movies.
It
But
doesn't
that's not how
exist.
gravity works.
It doesn't exist.
And they didn't even try to play it off. Like, at least you could kind of like add like a little hump to it. They let the bridge go completely down and then it came up shooting up. And I was like,
Cars don't drive up 90-degree angles.
Nope, not well.
not well, I'm out.
Apparently, a gladiator does.
I'm gonna have to
that
get
was-
me
But
one.
then on top of that,
What's Chrysler, Dodge? What's the name of that company? Chrysler, Fiat. What's the name of the overall company that owns like Jeep, Dodge, Chrysler, all of them?
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking
I was
about.
about to say my job. Never mind. I was about to say Piedmont.
But either way, Pete. Oh Jesus.
It's the Fiat Chrysler
I mean-
Group.
Yeah,
It's got a
Fiat,
name.
Fiat
but-
Chrysler Group.
Yeah,
So they were promoting hard
hard.
in this movie because everything was either Jeep or Dodge. It
Good
was-
job. Good job, my job. Good. Hey, y'all come see Dash.
Oh yeah,
I'll sell you a car. I got all of those out in the movie theaters, or I can order for you.
Scat Pack, Red Eye.
Oh yeah. And I
But
personally seen all of them. But let's get back to the fact that after the Jeep made it over, of course Dom wasn't there yet in his boat of a Charger.
No, he
in the middle of the
he
jungle.
had made it across. No, yeah, you're right. He was going to make it across.
But wait a minute now. Before you get to Dom, let's get to this GT 350.
Yes.
Oh, John Cena's car.
Let's go to the GT.
How did that man pull up so smooth and grab that item out? Like the door just swung open so smoothly, and this dude was like, "Scoop." I was like, "How did you do that?"
And the fact that he hit old girl on the bike and she fucking flew like 8,000 feet and survived, and it was okay, no scratches, and just look, hey baby, you caught me. You know I got you, girl.
You know how many times Dom has caught somebody with a car?
In these movies
With no
A lot.
injury?
With no injury.
Like, let's think about it. I want to take a flashback real quick. Let's think back to this.
And let me add something to do with this. Not only just catching people with a car, but grabbing people midair.
That's what I'm getting to.
And that shit hurt. It looked like it hurt.
Let's go back a couple of movies where he was getting chased by Deckard Shaw on the bridge with a tank, and he runs the car he's driving into a concrete column, flies across the bridge, catches Letty,
And
and lands into the front of a car, goes through the windshield and the hood. I mean, he's literally in the car now holding her.
And no scratches.
No scratches. Like, this man's back has got to be made of steel to just take that.
Well, and to be honest, because that started in the first one. Because you remember they were trying to chase down that truck, and this time the driver was armed, and he had to catch his friend jumping off of the truck.
Yep.
If I'm remembering that correctly.
That was, I think, Fast 4.
No, that was the first one, the one I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Fast.
Since we're going back in the past, why is it when he drives a car off the cliff, it doesn't explode? And I mean, his car like tumbles and like rolls and flips and
Okay,
cartwheels.
so
and
he drives off the bridge, hooks his wheel onto this cable that holds the suspension cable for the bridge, swings the car the entire distance,
Tarzan's it.
Tarzan's the car until the car then is released magically from
Because
the hook.
he turned the wheel the other way.
Oh,
It-
yeah, I
that's how it
forgot.
released,
Yeah,
you know.
he just dupe. All right, I can fly
Physics.
the car away now.
But
Rolls the car 87 and a half times. They're still sitting in the seats, not one seatbelt.
oh, well, that's like
All the glasses busted
which
out.
is the one when they found the girl that was a hacker. What's her name?
I think that was
Ramsey?
Ramsey.
Yeah, Ramsey.
Ramsey.
Yeah,
Was that 6?
when they fought, caught her, and that's when John Steen was in there, and they was trapped in that dirt area, and he was like, "You might want to put your helmet on," and he backed up off the
Oh,
cliff.
yeah, in the
and they're
rally car.
literally rolling. And I think it's another Charger too, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's always a
Yeah,
choice.
but
always a
he
Charger.
did also. I do remember in that movie, Ludacris. He told Ludacris to put a certain roll cage in that car because he was preparing for something like that.
Dude, you see
forgot.
how he rolled? No.
He put some kind of roll cage in that car to take that
Do
down.
you know how many sharp rocks were put in that? No.
Yeah,
is true.
There's
the
no
probability
gas
for
leaks.
life is low on something like
And remember, everybody came out perfectly fine. He came out with his little Vegeta arm twisted backwards coming out.
holding his arm, holding his elbow.
that. The same elbow he always hurts, like, ugh, I'm injured, but I'm good. I'm alive.
This is true.
Bro, you just flew 3 cars out of one building 18 times? Like, how did you do that? That don't even make sense. well, I'm Dom. I can do whatever.
I mean, Dom can jump buildings like better than Spider-Man.
With Tim's.
I have come to the realization that the Fast and Furious series is nothing but a live action anime about cars. Because all the stuff they do is just as ridiculous as anime.
If we're playing Smash Brother, I'm playing as Dom. Y'all not with him.
I'm playing as Rome because you're going to throw everything at me and it's not going to affect me.
Right?
I mean, nothing's going to hurt me.
That's a new thing, Fast and Furious and Smash Brothers.
Nintendo, make it happen.
Give me the pump shotgun.
Lord.
With my Tim's.
That never misses.
That never misses.
That dude snipes with no scope with a slug and a shotgun. Pow! Gotcha from 68 yards away.
Oh, speaking of that, I know I'm jumping the gun. I know you have a list, but
Oh no, you're good.
How did he when they were trying to escape when the military came and they locked? He told him to go ahead, and I'll hold everybody off. So he locked everybody in that little door.
Oh, you talking about when they were escaping the base?
Yeah, and he took on the whole team, and like 30 niggas was on him, and he became the Hulk and pushed everybody off of him.
Bruh.
Whoa! Bah! Kick! Spartan kick!
The initial fight scene, I was like, yo, Dom still got it. Like, he over here, he trashing people. Like, okay, I see you. But then there was a whole army. I was like, bro, you can't take on a whole army. And obviously, he's starting to get whooped on. Like, he on the ground. All of a sudden, my man hit level 85 and stood up, grabs chains bigger than anything I've ever seen in my life, and pulls a whole concrete bridge down?
Yeah, he did.
How did he do that? That's not possible.
And here's the thing.
He played like Spider-Man.
Because this is what I was talking about when we got outside the movie, when I was saying all his XP hit at the same time. That's how he was able to get up and pull that, because he broke the concrete supports to a metal bridge, and everything fell, including the rocks on top of him, and he still made it
Again.
out.
And on top of that, when he fell in the water, why didn't the rocks fall on top of him? Like, I saw a big boulder come down on you, bro. That should have hit you. Like, let's be real.
Again, gravity, right?
Does not exist.
If you're pulling something, at a certain point, if the something weighs more than you do, you should start to lift off of the substance.
You would think.
So apparently Dom's mass is that of a concrete bridge. This dude got to weigh like 2.5 tons.
It's the Tim's. I'm buying some.
Make sure you get the gum bottom wheats. That's what those
The
are.
gum bottom wheats. Apparently, they add a whole bunch of mass to your body and make you
Telling you.
do amazing things.
It's like super gear. You add those Tims to your footwear, you get like 10 plus jump.
Girl, I'm so
5+
strong, I can break
run.
down a bridge. You a lie.
You know what?
Let me order my Tim's.
I'm gonna make a video game, and I'm gonna make one of those looter shooters, and I'm gonna make a looter shooter, and the top tier gear for your feet are gonna be wheat Tims, and then I'm gonna do a DLC where you can get black Tims, and it adds a whole bunch of attack power to you. That's what I'm gonna do.
Is that
I'm
also
The black Tims, dark magic.
is that also a DLC for Kirby? Because you
yeah.
can get some black Tims with Kirby. Yo, he be stomping
Kirby's
people.
Yo,
Curbing? Kirby be curbing?
he's broke.
That's gonna be that was it down B where he turns into the brick all the time, or he turns into something heavy and lands on him?
Oh, yeah,
That's
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
be the.
I feel like
that's gonna be
Tims
the
pop
move.
up.
Black
Yeah.
Kirby turned into a brick, it'd probably be like a kilo or something.
Damn, Kirby wearing those Tim's again? You know how you change costumes in games?
Yeah.
Oh, you know it's time for me to get serious. Let me get the Tim's on.
Damn, Kirby.
Tim's to the fade. We in there.
Damn, Kirby, we
If
rich.
it came to
Just turned
Tim and the
into a
ball
kilo.
head.
Oh, Lord, what?
And then you're gonna be mad when he turned back normal.
So look, I want to touch one more thing before we hit a break. So let's talk about how they decided to bring back like a lot of characters out of different movies.
Yeah.
Like, cause the old dude that got his nose broken in Fast and Furious, the 4th one, by Brian. He punched
Yeah.
that special agent in the nose and broke his nose, and dude was like, "You're bleeding all over my
Oh,
floor."
yeah, I do remember that.
Random. He just shows up in the movie for literally a minute.
Hey, they called it a favor.
Still nose broken.
Cardi B popped up.
Cardi, bruh.
Even though I knew she was in the movie, it still shocked me when she popped up in the movie.
Because it made no sense.
It really did.
That whole, like, how did he line that up for that to work?
Sorry.
No, it's not how. When did he line that up? Because
Right.
that was out of the blue. That was
Completely out of the blue. And
I thought she'd be like some kind of like mobster girl, like, yeah, you know.
and then
You
let
support. I got all this. You need to get into this. I got this.
and she got a whole crew of girls. They all take their mask off, but don't nobody say nothing but her. Like she got, oh yeah, these are my girls, and nobody said hi.
They can act. They do that. It doesn't look pretty.
They didn't get it. They
The
didn't get
director
it.
said, "Look, don't say shit."
The one girl with the
You just
curly
look and
hair
smell.
beside Dom was just playing with her.
She knew what she was doing.
Look, they had marching practice.
And you
They
know
didn't
what?
have lines.
And you know what?
Yeah, you're right.
They about to be famous. Niggas about to
you
be
know
all
what?
girl.
You right.
Was you in the Fast Nut? Yeah, I ain't saying shit, but I look good.
They Instagram about to be popping.
Like,
Popping.
girl, look, I seen that side profile. I'm just saying, you did your thing.
Girl, when you was twisting your hair, I was like, God, damn.
It's like, that's my girl. She doing her thing.
Yeah. So then they bring back like what? Excluding again, spoiler alert. Excluding Han, they bring back 3 more characters from Tokyo Drift.
Yes, why is Bow Wow so big?
Yeah, Bow Wow got a little fluffy.
Yo, what?
Bow Wow.
Hawaiian roll.
This man, they was like, you went by Twinkie? He said, no, I don't go by that no more. What was my man's name? He never said a name. And then he didn't show up the whole rest of the movie until the end of the barbecue and still didn't say nothing.
I'm dead. Oh, God.
But why was he at? Why were they at the barbecue? I understand. What's the dude's name? The Southern boy with the big head.
That looks weird now. He lost weight, did he not? 'Cause was
lost
he
a lot of
big?
weight.
It looks so weird.
Because his
now.
head
Sean?
looked huge in that
didn't
movie.
what?
I think it was
His head looked
Sean.
huge in that movie. Yeah, Sean. Sean was the only one that made sense to be at that barbecue. The other 2 made no sense.
Yeah. Because one dude was like, who's Dominic Toretto? First of all, let's talk about how these you know what? We might have to wait until after break.
No,
because
we got a couple more minutes. Go for it.
We
All
got-
right, so
Let's go. Get into it.
let's talk about how these characters infinitely grew between the last appearance and now. Like, my man used to be an engine tuner in Tokyo Drift, and now he's a rocket scientist.
Yo, I blew my mind. When
And then Sean over here, a drifter, now he can fly special aircrafts that go in like into the atmosphere.
First of all, he has access to those aircraft.
Where are they getting this from?
That's my thing. Not only did he know how to fly the plane,
Right.
he had access to the plane. Those are military planes.
Military planes.
and
But they were on a military base where they were testing out that rocket car.
But it didn't look like they had access to the jet. Like they were trying to catch the jet to race
Yeah.
the Fiero. So if it was something they was lining up, I don't think they would have been hurrying to race the jet.
But logically speaking, I'm not saying this to take up for it.
it shouldn't have worked.
I know,
I'm just
right?
kidding. It shouldn't have worked.
Because-
You said
about to-
logically
I was
speaking
about to say,
first.
first of all, you said logically.
Look,
There's no logic in that.
Look, logically speaking, for you to be on a military base and doing some kind of bullshit with what you were just doing, you got to have some kind of access, military access, some kind of hookup to be there to do that.
Well, I give
Logically,
you
that physics doesn't work out. You can't strap a rocket from a plane onto a car.
No,
No,
those
no, no,
were
no, no.
those were rockets.
So-
Like off spaceship rockets.
Yeah.
Those
Let me-
weren't
Oh,
jets.
even
Those-
even worse.
Someone explained to me how the rocket engine was able to spin the wheels on the Fiero. I'm pretty
I
sure
didn't get that either.
propulsion engines just
push.
push.
That is all they do is push.
It probably ran. The rocket was just probably like that
Extra.
boosting- That
Fieros
boost-
can't
See,
spin
here's
the
thing.
tires.
That's what I was about to say. Here's the thing though, because first of all, like you said, Fieros, they don't have enough power to spin no tires. Not like that. Second, where is the engine? Because the rocket is taking up the space where the engine would normally go.
And that was a mid-engine car.
That was a mid-engine car. You right. You got that. You got that. See, I was trying to help you out, Fast and Furious. You know what?
Oh, it's not helping out with that one.
Dead.
I got questions.
Flame emojis.
I mean, the fact that he was rocket science and could build that after you're over here drifting and you barely won that race.
This
He was
man
an engine
barely,
tuner.
yeah, he could barely tune the girl from Tokyo Drift's rotary engine. He was
Oh.
like, "Oh, we're
I'm
done
glad-
here. If you don't want me to tune it."
I'm glad you finished that when you was like he was trying to tune the girl. I was like, oh, okay, well, he did try to get her.
Wrong kind of tune, Jeff. Wrong kind of tune, Dash.
He finished the statement.
That's not a tune. That's an oil change.
Hello.
Message.
It's the D.
Am I coming in clear?
But well, actually, no. The only person that didn't level up was Bow Wow.
No,
He
leveled down.
he got wider.
What was Bow Wow's purpose?
He was supposed to be something like
Collecting
like
a check.
The comedy reliever.
He was collecting the
But
check.
he didn't even
But
do
he
that.
was supposed to be something like a fixer. Like he was supposed to be able to get you whatever you needed. In Tokyo Drift, like he could get you stuff like only America.
What
could.
was his purpose in Fast 9?
There was no purpose in Fast 9. That's what I'm saying.
I didn't see a purpose for
No,
him.
but see, here's the thing. Going back to Tokyo Drift, though, if he's the one that can get things, what's the purpose of having Han? Because Han's ability to get things was way greater than what Twinkie's character could
Well,
do.
yeah,
Twinkie
but-
could get you a steering wheel. Han could get you a whole car.
Yeah.
I was about to say, but Han was the G. Like, because even the brat he was working for,
Right.
even Han was a bigger G than him. Like
Yep.
in actuality, like Han was working for him, but Han was just working for him because he just needed some cash. But in all, if it was me, I'd be more afraid of Han than I would be of that kid.
Oh, for sure.
So
Well, yeah, because he got punked out in Tokyo Drift. Plenty of time.
Look, Twinkie, like, I got them new Jordan 1s.
He's
bro.
not Twinkie anymore. He's a
no
no
name.
name.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go.
You know who's also a no name? Camden.
Oh, my God.
Thou shalt not be named.
Got him.
We do not speak his name.
Cold blooded.
oh goodness, Adrian, what's next?
There's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot.
We gotta take that break before we go.
Oh no, we got enough time for one more.
Okay, one more? Okay.
I got one.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
So you talking about the Charger swinging off the bridge, right? So that Charger took an infinite amount of grenades. I mean, not grenades, landmines. Drove over them
Landmines and rockets.
Right.
and rockets. You know, just took an infinite amount. But yet, when it swung off the bridge, you notice when it hit the ground and it started rolling, it was like, that's what finally killed it. Beat up.
Yeah.
It's like, so that's what killed the car?
Well, see, after all of that, though, after seeing it run over infinite amount of mines, get shot at by infinite amount of rockets, get shot at by infinite amount of bullets,
Ram a GG350 like 4 or 5 times.
like by the time it got to the bridge swinging, I was like, none of this makes sense.
Yeah.
Nothing about this car makes sense. And even the way it's going to die is probably not going to make sense. And it didn't make sense.
It didn't. It like swung, hit the ground, rolled, and dead. Car's dead. Finally. Rest in peace, Charger.
This is my
Yeah.
issue. Before we're gonna break, how is it that y'all can do so much damage in the city and nobody does anything? Do you realize how much damage they cause with the magnet? Another spoiler alert. There's magnets, but
So many.
they just
magnets.
driving and just causing havoc. Like,
Bro, can you imagine the
I'm pretty
insurance
sure-
rates after that shit?
I'm pretty sure they took down a building at the end, didn't they?
do you know how many people died because of you? Let's just
wasn't-
talk about that. Like, how many people actually died?
The casualties are high.
I don't think it was a building that was built. I think it was under construction, but
But
yeah,
still,
there was a
that's,
building that got
that's a lot of.
and the government's like, oh, well, you did a good job. You fucked up a lot of people, but you got the main object to fuck up even more people. So
Which I'd be like, how do? Because the one scene where they turned the magnet up and it took all the appliances out of that one store, and nobody got hit.
not one.
Nobody got hit by all those metal appliances.
no, they didn't
flying
get
out.
hit. They were just watching shit fly by. They're just like, oh my God, what's that? I'm like, what?
I'm just not one person
I mean-
got hit. And then when he pulled the Toyota FRS through the building,
Right.
into the box truck.
Yeah, I remember.
I'm trying to figure out why my man didn't get out of the car when it flew into the box truck. He just sat in the car and they captured him.
There's a big hole in the box truck. He
Seriously.
could have easily escaped.
Climbed right out and just jumped right on out of there. I mean, That was like that was almost like the equivalent of throwing a Pokeball at a Pokemon.
This movie got more holes than baby Swiss
and it's
cheese,
like
boy. I'm
fighting.
trying to tell you.
You know, if I was a regular person, I'd be so mad because my car is fucked because you just fucked up my car.
Yeah, this
And,
man GTA'd that dude's car. He was like, "Get out!" He was like, "My car." Took my man's car.
I almost lost my life because some crazy people.
Let's talk about that Hyundai Genesis he was running in.
Oh wait, the red one? I thought it was an FRS.
I thought it was an 86. It was a Toyota 86.
Was it
Yeah,
86?
Yeah.
FRS. What's the other one?
Those three twins.
The BRZ.
I mean, those triplets.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, it was one of them. It was a Toyota 86.
Let's just say that car was tuned up
Oh, of course.
Was it though?
unexpectedly.
Was it though? Because it was just running from a box truck.
Yeah, you don't
It
have to have
was-
much power to run
Let's-
from a box truck.
Let's talk about the fact that the chick that was driving the box truck all of a sudden became an amazing driver, even though she's never driven before.
In any of the movies, never driven, and then the first thing she got to drive is a old manual transmission box truck.
First of all, wasn't that supposed to flip over multiple times the way she was driving?
Yes.
Like there was no way physical.
Oh. The way she was taking them turns. The way she was taking them turns, no, it definitely would have fell over.
Man, that thing was taking.
And
turns
once again,
like
she
a
also
Porsche
killed a lot of
Carrera.
people because she fucked up a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah, she definitely killed some people.
How do
she
you-
had
Yo.
to kill some people.
I have a problem with how precise these magnets could and could not be. Like, how do you pull a car through a building straight into directly onto the magnets in a box truck? But then later in the movie, you use the magnets and they're like everything's being
Barely missing.
magnetized behind you, like completely missing the magnets. How's that possible?
We'll get into that
Okay.
after the break.
Yes.
We'll take a quick break, pay some bills. We back in a little bit.
So let me tell you how I'm just impressed how it's three dark skinned brothers right here. I like this combination. Did you realize the whole time there hasn't been any confrontation between dark skinned and light skinned brothers right now?
I mean, I keep the peace. It's usually that other one,
I know.
thou that shall not be named.
Mr. No Name. What's that Pokemon? Unknown? The little question. You don't know his power? What's your power? Hidden power. Okay.
Wow. You just called him an unknown.
I'll tell you. Let's talk about some nobody, because there's a nobody in Fast and the Furious, right? Mr. Nobody, to be exact.
I thought you were talking about Bow Wow, but okay.
Lord
That's no name.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's no name. Him downstairs.
Mr. Nobody.
Mr. Nobody. What I'm trying to figure out is, okay, you get the video where you can see this one little scene where you see a cross necklace, and you're like, oh shit, it's my brother. And Mr. Nobody disappears. Why is there no more mention? Why, when you see Jacob, why not, hey, yo, what'd you do with Mr. Nobody?
Especially since you had a conversation with him before you let him go.
Right.
But you just let him go. Nobody asked a question. Hey, have you seen Mr. Nobody?
Yeah, I mean, I saw you on the video with Mr. Nobody. Like, did you, like, where he at, though?
Like nobody was worried about that man after that. Like, we got to deal with Dom's brother. We ain't worried about him.
Them favors don't mean a lot, apparently. Like, this man been doing infinite favors, and he get got. They're like, well, too bad.
I hate the way his brother walked, though. Jacob, that was an ugly walk. Like, when I saw him walk, it was just like, nigga, that's ugly.
I didn't pay attention to it as well. So I can't say nothing on it.
How could you?
I think because I was still like thrown off by certain things that was happening in the movie. That was just one of the things I didn't pay attention
Maybe because
to.
he's a wrestler or used to be a wrestler. Maybe he had to hold that whole. It was ugly. If you had the camera, he had that Hunchback of Notre Dame walk. What?
He had to hold his head up proud.
It was.
I'll tell you one thing about the movie that I did like before we just continue bashing it, though. Let's talk about the shade that Cypher was throwing
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
on Jacob and then the other dude.
amount of shade Cypher was throwing, and it was like smart shade. Like I will always say, when you get a smart person that can throw shade that you have to go back and think about what they said to get it, That's a whole different level of shade. Like it hurts a lot worse.
When you get that shade and it takes you a day or two to realize how dark that shade was, like there was multiple layers to that. I only caught the first layer. She hit me 18 times going down.
Because I tell you that one with Genghis Khan. What was the brother's name? To her
don't
point,
ma-
we still don't remember his name. But she said the brother of Genghis Khan. It was like Handu Khan or something like that.
Right.
And it was like, you know who that is? That's why they don't remember him, or something like to that effect. Like they don't remember the brother,
Cold
or the
blooded.
little brother. I was like, ooh. And then when she said homeboy was a puppet,
He came up so confident. He was like, I'm Luke freaking Skywalker. And she was like, nah.
She called that man Yoda.
He was like, hell yeah, I'm Yoda. She said, nah, that's not good, bro.
first of all, he had built himself up though, because he was like, I'm Luke Skywalker. He was like, nah, you're not Luke. You know what? You're right. I'm Obi-Wan Kenobi.
No, he said Han Solo.
Oh no, he did. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Han Solo.
My bad. He said Han Solo. And he was just like, no, you're more Yoda. He was like, yeah, Yoda's like a powerful Jedi, right? Yeah, I'm Yoda. Yoda's powerful Jedi.
Right.
No, Yoda's a puppet with somebody's hand up his ass. I was like, oh no.
She dropped the bomb on him.
Oh
Dang, Cypher, you ain't got it. She doing all this from a box. She's the prisoner. And just killing them.
roasting them. Roasting them.
She's like, yeah, y'all gonna fail. I'm just waiting to see if my turn comes.
And then the plot twist at the end.
Here's the
Where
thing, though.
she gets out and ends up running everything.
Which you knew, but I actually thought she actually died when she was flying a little.
The
thing.
jet? Yeah, that was a nice little twist to it too.
But here's the crazy part, though. She even says, like, as she's talking to, I don't remember if it was Jacob or the other dude, but she makes a point to say, you're going against Dom. You're going to lose.
It was
And then
Jacob.
she ends up going against Dom and losing again.
I mean, I guess the third try was a charm.
Look,
I thought it was two.
I mean,
I was about to say, technically, she didn't lose.
she didn't
It
win
was,
neither.
No, she didn't win.
It was a draw.
Yeah, because
She lost, bro. Her plane blew up.
Yeah, but she didn't die. She's
But
still
she-
a threat.
But if she was in the plane, she'd have died.
If
Technically,
she
Dom,
was in
Dom
the
threw
plane.
that plane. He blew the plane up
He did. I'm just saying, Dom may
in
have
an
won the battle.
extravagant manner.
Dom won the round. He didn't win the whole battle though.
Don's
That's all
won
I'm
2
saying.
rounds.
2 rounds. I'm just
At
saying.
this best 2 out of
But-
3, this man has already won.
Well, that's what I was about to say. I'm not trying to say like Cypher's
He's-
gonna come
he's
back
pulling
in,
LeBron.
in
LeBron,
Fast
look.
and Furious 10 and win. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying
Everybody gets
she had
one.
completely lost.
The Lakers won one round, and that was it. Or they get swept.
oh shit.
It don't matter because they took that L.
He did take the L.
They at the house. That's all that matters.
And now he's making a movie because he's sad.
And commercials apparently.
Yeah. Because
Got to find some way to make some money.
Hey, look, yeah. You get knocked out to the final, he's gonna make that second profit in it.
Lord have mercy. But okay, so let's tackle this truck scene.
Okay,
The
so
mammoth?
Let's go ahead and start from the beginning.
The beginning of the truck scene.
Well, the beginning of where it got bad.
Okay.
First of all, how in the heck is a Toyota Supra and what was a Dodge Charger
Yep.
going to stop this mammoth after it's been running through everything?
And some people might get this reference, but in Speed Racer, there's called a mammoth car, which has like 30-something wheels, dual axles, large multiple body, like a train with large off-road
It
wheels.
was old school. Speed Racer? Good
yeah,
Lord.
you know it.
Jesus, I hate that show. But continue.
Good God.
I gonna hate my favorite anime like that. God,
Sorry.
You didn't like Haji?
No.
hurts. But
So fucking stupid.
this is the type of thing that would weigh tens of tons, if not more. And a Toyota Supra and a Charger are able to slam into the front wheels so much to stop just the front wheels to cause the entire mass of the vehicle to flip on its top.
Enough stopping force to literally lift up, to cause the thing to do a front flip.
Again, physics.
Because let's be, even if the mammoth slammed on brakes,
Right.
it wouldn't flip itself over.
There's zero chance that
how
thing can
is-
flip.
How is the Charger and a Supra have powerful enough brakes to flip over this multi-ton mammoth?
Literally, let's say you put a 3-foot concrete barrier in front of this mammoth vehicle and have the mammoth vehicle going, I don't know, literally as fast as you want, 200, 300 miles an hour. This is a simulation. There's zero chance that it hits that object and flips over on its top.
Killing everybody because like I said, a lot of people died. That city's getting sued. You know how much they're gonna pay people?
But see, and then on top of all that, after it flips, it still manages to have enough momentum to slide another 20 city blocks.
Yeah, because you slide out of the city, down the mountain, onto a mountainous ravine road, flip it back onto its wheels. It still drives.
Mm-hmm. Still drives perfectly. No weird engine noises, nothing. Still drives.
Yeah. He flipped it over and started driving it like it would.
It's been shot with a 50 caliber something.
Yeah, and he's been not only did it slide for, I don't know, infinite amount of yards or miles, then barrel rolling it several times to get it back on the wheels, and then drives it. And didn't he use that to blow up the drone plane?
That's what he used to blow up.
And don't forget, the engine was still running while it was doing all this. He didn't just crank it up when it landed on the wheels and go.
It was still running.
The only way that's possible if the vehicle runs on, I don't know, a nuclear reactor or something, which I highly doubt is the case.
Even then, it would have exploded.
Exactly.
He used a bomb to get
volatile materials would have decimated the entire region.
Right. Because he used a bomb to get it rolling again, so he could eventually get it back onto his wheels and continue driving it. And then he threw it into a plane.
So my question is, if the underbelly was so susceptible to getting invasion, I don't know, damage, whatever they did to get into the vehicle, why not just use some of these landmines they had from, going through the jungle? I would have picked up a couple.
That was too far of a drive.
I know Ludacris picked up a couple. Him or Roman had picked up a couple of them. We could use these for later.
Let me tell you, one of the most painful scenes is when the girls are fighting and she knocked the dude through the window.
Oh yeah.
When she pulled the protector move and kneed him, I was like,
Look, I know
flying knee.
I know movies have to, speed things along.
Look, when he hit Mia and she flew into the wall, I was like, dang, girl, how'd you get up so quick? Because that shit hurt me, nigga. I was in the movie ow. That hit you hard.
Them girls some warriors.
What?
And it was what, 4 or 5 dudes on 3 chicks?
Big dudes.
Big dudes.
Now let's say that, what was the Asian chick's name? The one that was the key?
L
was whooping their butt.
L was going in.
She was handling business. I'm pretty sure she handled 3 of them by herself.
Mia over here grabbing a ladle.
And Mia was just grabbing stuff.
Boing.
Whatever she could get her hands on, she was grabbing it and throwing it and swinging.
She hit my man with a glass
colander.
When she got Spartan kicked into the counter, she shouldn't have got back up. I'd have been down. Okay, bro, you win. I'm done. Fuck.
I was about to say I wouldn't have even got back up that fast. I would have been like, oh, good God, hold on. Wait, one sec.
Let me rewind to another movie real fast because, when Michelle Rodriguez and Mia and these chicks, they be fighting or whatever, they always handling business. Mm-hmm. But then you remember the scene, I think it was in Fast 6 or 7, one of the two, where it was Ludacris's character and Tyrese's character fighting that one Asian dude in the train station. No, it was Han and Tyrese. Yeah. And they got their asses whooped by that one dude, and they were like, "No, just let him go."
I do remember that.
Yeah. Don't tell nobody.
Yeah, don't tell them.
I did remember that.
2-on-1, trashed.
Got trashed.
But 3 girls on 5 dudes,
they trashing.
Look,
all right, cool.
I just don't want to fight The Rock because that nigga be going in. If I see somebody fighting The Rock, look, bro, go ahead. Just joke. I'm not fighting you.
Yeah,
you
I'm
too
not
big.
going in on that. I'm sorry.
Bro, do you see the size of this man's arm?
And see, the thing
I
with
will
The Rock,
beat you like a drum. Nah, nigga, you don't got to.
and see,
Do you smell
What The Rock is cooking?
Did y'all see Jacob do a wrestling move when he was on the train fighting?
Oh yeah,
when he
that dude's crab walked around. I was like, oh snap.
I do remember that. Yeah.
I was like, oh, well, his first move came out.
That was his level XP right there. He leveled up just for that one move. Because when dude took that whole road sign to the back of the head and didn't move at all, I'd have jumped off the truck.
Yeah, I said, he better be knocked out. That's gonna hurt. Fwing! Oh, damn, bro, you just laughed about that. Okay, you
Look,
man.
I don't know what kind of super serum they're passing out in the Fast and Furious universe, but I've seen Captain America get hit with less and go down. And this man takes a road sign to the back, like a highway exit ramp sign to the back of the face.
Which, for those that don't know, there's metal bracing behind those road signs. So
Right. It did look thick. It was gonna thick when he hit it.
That was an old sign.
It was brittle.
It was brittle.
It was dry rotted and everything. It was a little rust.
Everything.
It was some rust back there.
I mean, there was cardboard falling off of it.
Fact. He said that like a G. All right, bro, you got this. I don't want to fight no more. You win.
I was wondering who was going to fight that dude because that guy is in a lot of martial arts movies. He's actually in On Bak, if you ever seen On Bak.
Which
It's
one?
on my list to see.
I've seen On Bak, but I don't remember him.
He's in I want to say the second one when they take his little pet elephant. He actually picks the elephant up and throws it at him.
Oh, is
I
that
remember
him?
that scene, but I didn't know that was him.
That's him. That's the same guy.
Oh yeah, I really wouldn't like fuck
He's
that.
in Boyka. You ever seen Boyka?
No, I haven't seen that one.
I'm gonna have Camden fight him. Camden, just you light skin. You got this.
I boost his confidence a little bit.
Yeah.
Hit him with the headbutt first.
I was just gonna say that blonde him. Use the solo flare. There we go. 100 solo flare. I got some shades for you right now, bro.
Hit him with the krillin.
I, the representative for the light skinned delegation, volunteer Camden for this task.
Solo flare. Ah, your head. Escape maneuver. 45. Dodge Charger route. Get Don's Tim's.
Get his necklace and his Timbs. We could build another one, a better one. A Dom 3000.
Tim's and the white teeth.
Are we building a Cam 3000?
Look, would it help?
building?
Is it actually going to improve anything?
I mean,
Damn. Nope.
damn. Oh my God.
Camden is not going to enjoy this podcast.
Camden
listens
is
it tomorrow.
going to.
He should have known.
He's going to.
Like I said, I warned him. I was like, just so you know, you getting trashed in the next podcast.
But you know what? I'm gonna be nice because I give everybody one. I give everybody one. So I was on Facebook earlier, right? And they were talking about Kevin Durant. Y'all probably see it on Facebook, but somebody had a brush. They had a paw scene with his hair. They put a brush to it. And I instantly thought I came in.
Oh man.
Oh goodness,
Keston, what we gonna do with him?
I don't know, man.
Oh, why? Who loves orange soda?
So, so anything else on this train scene we need to talk about?
No, I think we
How
covered.
old girl became amazing shooting that minigun. And then do
L?
shit. Yeah, and then do shit.
I feel like L has been well trained though.
Yo,
I
Yeah.
feel like L has been trained by Han to do a lot of stuff.
Let's talk about
Because
because
she
I
popped.
see.
Well, I mean,
No.
Han has been a part of the crew like early on, and then.
Han just drove
But what I'm saying though is then he
and
was
ate chips.
what was
And almost
my
got
man
some-
do like the snack.
he do like the
He
snack.
was still snacking hard. I wanted some chips he was eating. That's a little
Look,
bit
that
good.
man always, if you ever noticed, he always had a little cup of popcorn chicken
Did he really?
and would just be punishing that little chicken. Like, what? Bro.
But no, the
No dipping sauce. That's how you know you with
Mr.
Jesus.
Mr. Nobody, because you remember he recruited Mr. Nobody recruited Han.
Yep.
To work for him to do a lot of stuff. So I mean, ain't no telling how much training he done got. Because I mean, L popped up out the top of that because he was like, it's time to.
First of all, ain't nobody no martial art. They all can just draw really fast.
That don't mean they're not trained.
Who you see do
Cocking a gun, a 50 caliber gun, and shooting at a truck that is massive, so it's not like it's hard to miss.
Yeah,
That's easy.
we could do it.
Because that's literally all she did. She popped up, cocked it one good time, and went ham.
Well, first of all,
And it was on a turret.
we talking about Han and his fighting experience. But I mean, you're right.
Why am I?
I mean,
okay.
he did snipe those. What was it? 5 or
Yeah.
6 guys in the middle of the.
And then
I
alleyway?
can snipe. It's easy.
Why he put that bomb
I'm
on my
just saying,
dude's?
he got some.
Why Han put that bomb on my dude's chest and like parachute him out the back of the truck? First of all, I don't think parachutes work like that either.
No,
I might be
they
wrong.
don't.
Okay,
They don't.
And once again, you kill so many other people in that explosion. Y'all don't realize how many people died in that movie for no
I'm
reason.
telling
My
you,
man vaporized
my
that
man-
dude.
Look, my man was like, "Yo, you gonna kill us all?" He was like, "Nope, fly out the back door."
and vaporized
Like
him. There wasn't nothing
somebody
left.
got hit with a body, a leg,
Somebody got hit with bone fragments.
a head, something flew.
First of all,
something flew.
when they were fighting the van and the magnet was going off and guns and knives were flying across, somebody should have been hit in the head with something. I find it hard to believe that nobody got hit by any material when stuff was cutting on
Again,
and off.
They only showed you what was
Ludacris and
going on inside
Tyrese.
the truck.
Invincible. Them dudes fighting in the back of a truck, going down the street with magnets on and off, 2 on 4, and somehow win.
Look, this is my team for any smash. I got Dom because he's strong, and I got Tyrese because he's got you. He can't die.
Yeah.
You get hit with 18 bullets and don't get hit and don't die. You're not even bleeding. You're on my team.
You got a point.
I don't know. I'm going.
F your Kirby with your Timbs. I'm not worried.
Nah, see, I'm gonna put it to you like this. I want the trickster style character. Like,
Ooh, we with Outrider style.
yeah, so I want I'm going Ludacris because the way Ludacris turned that magnet on to take Roman's fork out his hand when he was trying to eat.
Yo,
Yo,
that would have cut my lip. I felt like that cut his lip because he bit that bitch.
There was
He
rice
did it.
all over that
He
machine.
did him
He was
so dirty. Oh my god!
I was about to say, but let's be Luda be roasting Tyrese in the movies. He be killing Tyrese, and Tyrese just be setting himself up for him too.
just like in the end of the movie. I know y'all heard that shit.
Let's get to the end of this movie. So
My forehead hungry. He's like, your forehead overweight.
why is every end of the movie a joke about Tyrese's forehead now?
It gotta be because that one with the Rock was perfect.
Better hide your baby oil. Better hide that big ass forehead. So
Oh my god!
Shit. My bad.
So Sean and the other dude from Tokyo Drift, not Bow Wow,
Yeah,
because I still don't know that character's name.
Talking about the random
The
Asian
random,
girl?
yeah. So these two is flying some type of military aircraft with a Pontiac Fiero with jet thrusters bolted to the back and side of it, and this dude's still running simulations. Like,
while he's trying to figure out where to launch this rocket at.
Are you still doing
mid-air.
Guardians trip? Yeah. We still make sure everything works out. They'll survive. Hopefully. You know we can still hear you. Oh, yeah. No, we're good, man. It's something completely different.
shaking his head. I don't know, Brett.
Yeah, that was definitely a one-way trip.
And look,
Definitely.
I went into the movie not super excited about the movie just because of this scene in particular.
Yeah.
I was like, they're gonna send a car into space, and it's gonna be ridiculous and not possible. And somehow, out of all the other impossible stuff, they got Dom pulling down 20-ton bridges. You got Dude Man being underwater for a whole umpteenth amount of time. We don't know. And we still hadn't even got into the whole backstory thing about young Dom and Jacob at the racetrack.
Oh, yeah.
But,
That's fucked up what happened to him.
right.
That was kind of sad. I was like, dang, bro, that's your fault that your dad died.
And my biggest flaw with this movie, but we're going to circle back around to that. So, somehow you got an upside down train car sliding for 20 and a half miles, then barrel rolling. Out of all this ridiculous stuff you put in the movie, somehow you make the space scene make the most sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With Roman and Tej in a Fiero in space.
With O's from his, what is that, scuba diving suits? Made out of duct tape. He's like, I got a hole right here.
That boy had a hole in his glove. He started duct taping. He was like, yo.
But see, and here's the thing though. That's real life though. Like in astronauts, if there's a hole in their spacesuit, they use duct tape.
King of the Hill. That damn Bobby Hill.
God dang it, Bobby.
Dang it, Bobby.
But see, along with that space scene, one other thing that didn't make sense to me is, especially with Dom. Dom has been pulling up all these feats of strength, and it gets to the end, and it's right before that last few percentage of upload for the Ares thing to be active, and they're waiting for Tej and Rome to destroy the satellite. Why didn't you just pull the sphere out? Because it was behind glass, I believe, but either way, it's glass.
And it was, but I think it was activated. So I think it's one of the things you couldn't touch either where I was activated.
You could have broke it.
Did
You could have took it out.
Did you not watch Resident Evil? That's how that black dude got sliced up for touching lasers.
But it wasn't lasers. It was literally just a ball.
You don't know that?
The
No,
perfect
The
time to
girl
use the shotgun is
activated
right
it
there.
with her hand,
Well, she did, yeah. But once they put
and
the
they put
machine-
it together, and then they stuck it into the thing.
Yeah, but once they put in the machine, you don't know what's actually from the machine to the ball. I mean, you couldn't see it, but it could have been like
How does the sphere know by touch that it was her DNA?
it's technology, bro. Oh, it's in her blood.
And
Blood
why-
ain't on the outside of my skin though.
Oh well, I guess you're right.
I mean, it's a biometrics thing.
That's the only thing that makes sense to me is some biometrics. I don't know.
Just a lot going
It
on.
is. It is.
These
But
aren't
still.
Fast and Furious movies anymore. These are espionage
No,
movies.
let me just tell you what's amazing. When they drove into the satellite and they didn't die for some reason, let's talk about it. If you crash in something in space, are you not supposed to like fall into the atmosphere and like die? Because
I mean, so there's no pulling force in space. So they had to use the thrusters, which makes sense, to aim the car towards the satellite. Okay, cool, that makes sense. And then you use the big thruster to propel yourself towards the item that you want to destroy. Now, again, doesn't make perfect sense, but they had wrapped the outside of the Fiero in some type of casing. Like it had the thick windshield with the metal structure. It had the plates of metal on the outside. So if you assume that the satellite is made of a lesser material than the Fiero, it makes sense. Just like a bullet going through a piece of paper.
bruh,
Does it make perfect sense?
No.
Absolutely not.
they drove in something that's like 10 times bigger than them, and we're okay.
Satellites aren't made of paper.
I know. So, well,
It has to be made of-
I don't know physically, but I could figure a car. I don't care. Something that's 10 times bigger than me, and I ram into it, and I'm still surviving with no damage in my car.
Again, it don't make perfect sense. It just made more sense than everything else in the movie.
That is true.
So I have a question for you guys.
Because, I mean, they are people who drove a Lamborghini on a falling roof of a building.
What? Say that again.
What movie was that? Fast and
Yeah, you
Furious
talking about Fast?
5 or 6? When the
When they're in
building was
Dubai.
falling to another building and they were driving cars to the building into another
When they
building.
stole the lichen.
Oh, the lichen.
Yeah.
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 If you could drive
That's,
a building,
that's that divine power again.
I mean, but the fact that Dom like lifted the vehicle though, like I
Again.
feel like that was more of a
well, that's believable. People lift cars up for like sports events.
Bruh.
Dom
No.
size?
Look, Dash, we've been here before. There was a time where there was a car on me.
I
And
do remember
3 people tried to lift it and couldn't get it off of me.
T-Pain.
T-Pain came out of nowhere and looked like lifted the car straight off of me, just enough for me to slide out from underneath it.
Facts.
What kind of car was it?
It was my.
It was a Mazda 6?
Yeah, 66.
626.
What
Yeah,
year
yeah,
was
yeah.
that? No need.
It was a sedan.
Yeah.
It's a large vehicle. Keston's real surprised by the story. I don't think we've ever told him this
no.
story.
Y'all haven't ever told me this story.
Okay, so quick detour. I work on cars.
Yes.
Okay, so Dash needed his brakes changed. So I was going to change the brakes on the car. No problem. We was going to do it at the apartment. So where we park at the apartment, it was on a slight incline. I told Dash, yo, put the parking brake on. Dash puts the car in park. He doesn't pull up the e-brake. So,
No, I pull out the no. Continue your story and I'll fix that.
okay, because the e-brake wasn't on. I know that. However, so I jack up the front of the car, which I don't have a real jack at this point because, you know, we like we ain't got no money for good tools. So I'm using the little scissor jack to jack car up, take the wheel off, and go start changing the brakes. Well, I guess it was like reverse threaded or something. So I go to start pulling the bolt loose, and I pull the car off of the jack because I don't have jack stands, and my legs are up underneath the car. And when the car comes off the jack stand, the brake disc goes into my thigh, and I'm pinned up underneath the car. Like the brake disc is like basically touching my thigh bone at this point. Like I am pinned. And instantly I freak out. Like I'm crying out. I'm like, yo, somebody help me.
And then he stops. He's like, no, I'm good. I'm good. It doesn't hurt that bad. I'm okay. Fuck no. I'm not okay.
Infinite pain. Yo, I don't think I've ever in my life been in so much pain. Like it was excruciating, right? So they go and get Joe. Joe runs down the steps. I think Major was there. You were there. So Dash, Major, Joe, they grab the car and they go to lift it up off of me, right? But they can't get enough of the car off of me to get me back out. So then they let the car back into my leg. And I'm like, I'm like, dying. I'm dying at this point. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, I'm basically done. I'm like, you know what? This is it. I've had a good run. It was good. It's not so bad. This ain't a bad way to go out. I'm doing what I do. So, you know, it is what it is. So then, out of nowhere, this dude that looks exactly like T-Pain, never seen him at the apartment before, never saw him again, comes out of nowhere. He's like, all right, guys, on 3, 1, 2, 3, and like lifts up the car like with infinite strength. This man looked like he lifted the whole front end of the car up by himself.
He was a Kimbo Slice? Is what?
Bruh, like I've never seen anything so crazy in my life. And I like scoop myself out from underneath the car. Like, I don't have no more energy. Like, I've used all my energy just trying to stay alive at this point.
I said, Adrian, you okay? He was like, yeah, I'm okay. I'm just going to lay down for a little bit. And then I'll be back to the real car.
So, it's the crazy part, though.
Go lay down.
Right, so I stand up and turn around, and like I'm hobbling, and there's like a whole crowd of people behind, like watching me get crushed by this car. And I'm like, yo, what? Nobody gonna help? Like, the manager of the apartment, the managers of the apartment complex was out there. Like 3 or 4 people from like down the road was out there, and I'm like, really? Y'all just gonna watch me get crushed by this car?
So what Adrian missed in the story was the reason why the car fell off. The jack was, I don't know what was. I guess righty tires always you turn right, but for some reason it's the opposite. And when he was moving, he wasn't turning. So it was Adrian. Because me and Joe was out there. It was Adrian. Stop. The car is like rocking, and he kept trying to like get it loose. And he was like, Adrian, stop. It's rocking. And when he went to do it again, that's when it goes kadoop. And we're like, oh shit.
No.
and his face is all like, oh, okay, it's good. It's good. It's good.
That's what I'm saying, though.
No, it's not good. It's not good.
I had it the right way. I was pulling because the bolt was behind, but it was a reverse threaded bolt on the brakes on this car. For whatever reason, it was threaded the opposite direction. So as I think I'm loosening or trying to break the bolt loose, all I'm doing is pulling the car because it's already at the maximum amount of tightness. I'm like, why isn't this breaking loose? And all of a sudden, the whole car just goes doop into my leg. And I'm like, well, here I am, about to die.
I really thought he was going to lose his leg. I'm not going to lie. I was like, oh my God, my friend's about to lose his leg.
Then they said they called the ambulance. I was like, I'm not going in the ambulance. Let me go take a shower and take me some aspirin and wrap this in some gauze, and I'm going to go to work later. And then I didn't go to work later. I was done.
I'm just curious on how your leg looked after that.
I still got the scar. Right here.
Oh, it was on the thigh? Oh.
Yeah.
And that's 10 years. That's at least 10 years plus later.
Yeah.
We were in our 20s when this happened.
The scar is still like about 3-4 inches long. But when it was cut open like that, it was the whole top of my thigh, bro.
Well, there you go. That's one of our apartment day stories right there.
Yo, golly. I've never heard this story before. And I've known y'all for years, and I've never heard that story before.
Oh, man.
We're going to have to do story time for these apartment stories.
Definitely going to have to do a story time podcast. Like,
we might have to bring Joe. We might have to bring a special guest up. We might have to bring Joe over here.
We're probably going to have to bring a bunch of people because just the stories y'all done told me, because I know I'm probably still missing some stories. But between you, Adrian, Camden, Ron, Joe, all of them.
No. The apartment days will be the best stories. If me, Adrian, Joe.
It was always something. It was never a dull moment.
Yeah.
We're going to have to get into that. Let us know if y'all want to start a Patreon so we can tell these stories. Because we can't tell these like on
Nope.
for easy access. These are gonna have to be like y'all gonna have to pay to get these.
Hey, you know, with Dash, this is gonna be funny as hell.
Yup.
Oh my God.
So let's talk about some positives in the movie.
Before okay, and then we'll get the most credit. Cat. What's your positive?
You want me to go first?
Well, I gave my positive. I thought it was funny. I thought, like, as I said, I thought Tyrese was a little more funny in his.
I was about to say him and Luda, the chemistry they have together works very well.
And it worked better.
movie.
Like,
Yeah.
I feel like, as I said in the other ones, they kind of force it, where this one was like natural. Like,
Yeah, it flowed better.
And I think that's why I gave it 8, because your comedy. Like, 7 is easy because 7 is what I expect. I expect some entertainment. I don't expect it to make, as you said, to make sense.
Right.
I expect for just the entertainment, be like, wow, this is crazy shit. And no, this is a nice car. But the comedy gave it the extra step that I needed to be like, okay. Because, I mean, I legit was like laughing. I was like, oh, it's actually kind of funny.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely was a good movie.
One of the things that I really kind of applaud them on is the way that they kept Brian's name alive in the movie without necessarily having to, like, you know, face
Do some type of
CGI
yeah.
thing. I just like the way they did that
Yeah.
because they mentioned him several times in the movie, and then you see his car pull up at the end, and they're like, "Oh, we're waiting on somebody," and you know who it is.
See-
Ain't nobody else driving the R34.
I didn't catch on to that.
Nobody.
I actually thought it was the brother, Jacob. I actually thought it was him because because movies like that, they always, the family member leaves for a little bit, and then when things calm down, and they didn't really tell you what the time frame was for where everything stopped. Like, I didn't know this was like a next day thing, or a year later, or a couple
Right.
months. And Jacob, he was in trouble with the law, but I don't think he was in trouble with the law like that. So I actually thought it was just him in that car, like showing up, because he made it with his brother, he made it with his sister, and it's kind of, and you know they're setting him up for the 10th movie. So I
Yeah.
felt like,
But I feel like if he would have pulled up in the Charger that Dom let him drive off in.
Or in a Mustang, because he obviously
Yeah,
is the
or
Ford
in a
guy
Mustang.
of the Fast Saga.
that's true. But as I say too, I didn't know the time frame too, and because the cops are after you, he could have switched cars. He could have did something completely different.
Yeah, but it literally you could have picked any other car.
Because the R34 is Brian's
It's
car.
Brian's
that's,
car.
That's his
And-
car in the series.
And I didn't catch on to that after I saw the side clips to it. I was like, oh, okay, I completely missed that. But the way to end the movie, where, you know, go ahead, brother, leave, whatever. We'll see you again. I remember that scene. I thought that was just him coming back
Yeah.
again.
I feel you.
If it wasn't for, like, they hear the car and the blow off valve coming around the corner, and it's the iconic, like, it's a blue Skyline. This man always picks a blue Skyline or a Skyline that's got blue on it. It's always a R34 or R35. Like, he has not driven anything other than that, but like 3 or 4 times in the whole series. So that car is his pick.
Yeah.
This is true.
So I would say Brian on that. But one last thing that I feel like it still bothers me, and I'm sorry, I did not get a chance to finish my research in between yesterday and today. I wanted to go back and watch the first movie. But I could have swore that in the first movie, when Dom brings Brian over to the house for the first time and they go into the garage and he sees the Charger, I thought the story was that the father had passed away driving the Charger, and that's why he was rebuilding the Charger. And then in all these flashback sequences in the Fast 9 movie, you find out he's circle tracking basically a Monte Carlo race car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're right. Yeah, I think that was the case.
So
But of
somebody
course,
in the comments, let me know.
But of course, that's been 10 years ago. So,
Yeah, I think it's been more than
it's
10
been
years.
20 years.
oh shit, even worse. Okay, yeah.
But I mean, and that's the thing, because the story was still the same though. Mm-hmm. Which
The story was exactly the same.
I will applaud them on bringing that story up in a way where they can include Jacob in it.
Right.
Because the way they introduced Jacob into the series still made a lot of sense
Right.
Yeah.
for what it was. But to your point, I do vaguely remember the Charger being being the car he was killed in.
Yeah.
And the fact that they made Dom the bad guy for a second, for a reasonable situation, like you banned your brother because he killed your dad, but yet it was your dad who killed himself. Because I was like, damn, brother, you killed your dad. That's kind of fucked up,
Right.
But then when you hear the backstory of the reason why he did that, I was like, okay, I kind of see where you're going there, and you can tell Dom was kind of like, well, damn, I fucked up. I've been mad at my brother for like 30 years that didn't really realize that, and
Well, and see, here's my only issue with that is that he said that the only reason he didn't say it was because his dad made him promise not to say it.
Right.
But I kind of feel like at that point, that's out the window.
So you the brother promise?
Yeah, because I mean, my dad died from this. He was only supposed to lose the race. He wasn't supposed to die from it.
But
Right.
Yeah.
Like the reason for not telling him is null and void because the reason for not telling him was because he was going to lose the race, not die from the race.
Right.
So,
But I think he could have, but I think the guilt was still, I killed my dad.
yeah, but at the same time, I was like, so you're going to take that guilt and you're going to let your brother hate you for it? Because
Well-
at that point, nobody's winning.
Yeah.
Well, at the same time too,
Nobody is gaining anything.
Remember, he explained. I mean, yes, you're right about it too, but he also was like, he felt like he was in Don's shadow too. So it was a personal reason too, because I guess his dad showed more respect for Don versus him, and he didn't want to be in his shadow too. So it was more of a mixture. Like, I think if it was just my dad dying, that'd have been cool too. But then your brother is better than you in everything. So my dad died, and you're still gonna be better than me regardless. You got hit with a double whammy.
Maybe, but
I have a quick question. Isn't Tokyo like a large place?
yes, very large.
It is.
So how is it the one ramen shop that Mia and Letty eat at just happens to be on the block where Han is hanging his Mexican flag on the window as a clue to where he lives at?
It was on stakeout.
Here's what I went with it.
Okay.
I'm going off that they've been in Tokyo for a few days and they've just been searching the districts where
He would
most
be at.
likely people would lay low. You're not going to lay low in the middle of the city. You're going to lay low in the outskirts of the city.
That's an obscure. Like, they didn't even know they were looking for the flag, though. It was by accident.
You're right. Don't get me wrong. It's completely coincidence kind of thing. I'm just basing off the fact that they've been in Tokyo for a few days. They've been searching. They just happened to roll up on this ramen shop and turn, and that's the Mexican flag.
Also, they have government technology. They work with the government, so anything they need, they can get. Don has a lot of favors.
Yeah, but
if you don't do those favors, the Tims are coming for you.
literally. But see, here's the thing: they weren't even looking for Han. They were looking for traces of Han. At this point, they don't even think Han's alive.
Oh yeah, that is true. They didn't know Han was alive yet.
Okay. Still, they got government technology.
So the government technology is going to take you to a place where Han, it doesn't exist. That's the whole point. Like, this man was erased by Mr. Nobody. He's not even supposed to exist. So you just happen to be on a block where there's a Mexican flag hanging in the window, and you're like, Han's here.
I don't think they knew Han was there. I think they just knew a clue was there.
Still,
Like, it was a clue, and which the girl was a clue.
this is like Blue's Clues. They lining these clues up real easy, boy.
Hold on, what you mean the girl was the clue?
Because remember, when I mean she's a clue, like, because you needed, she was the key. She was the key. You have the two spears, and then she was the key to activate.
Yeah, because of her biometric scan.
So you're
Yeah,
saying,
but what I'm saying though is that they didn't know she was the key.
They didn't know. I'm just saying there was a clue that something led there. That with the Mexican sign, you knew something was there. Not Mexican sign, but the Mexican flag.
Mexican flag.
You knew that it was some type of clue. Not saying that you knew it was a girl.
Oh,
But you
okay.
knew there was something to relate to that you had to use. So it could have been a girl. It could have been an item. They didn't know. It just had to be a girl. Is what I mean by that.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know, man. Still, they reach.
I think you're giving the government a little too much credit in that situation though. They rolled up on that by luck.
No, I'm saying that they found that because they have the government technology they can use. Like, by themselves, they probably would have had a hard time trying to figure it out. But they have.
But they found it out by a postcard. You remember when Han died, he received a postcard that had the mailing stamp from Tokyo. But Han would always say that Tokyo was his Mexico. That was the whole thing.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess you're right. I still blame government technology.
plenty of
They
places
used
to
it.
hide.
They got the money. They use money.
I mean, but either way, like I said, they found it by luck, and I mean, it moved the movie along because they couldn't have spent like a whole month in Tokyo trying to find Han, or find whatever Han was trying to send them.
So what would you? This man sleep on the mic.
You're replaced. Get off the mic.
Go ahead, give it to him, Dash.
That nigga that we bored. Fuck you.
Get out of my house.
I throw this Polynesian at you.
So what is something that you like? You would have assumed
You're not dark
you
skinned
would
no
have
more.
seen in the. Dang, boy, you were
We got 2 light skinned brothers. I'm sorry, kid. Light skinned now, brother.
Bro.
He just took Cam's light skinness.
Oh my God.
All right.
Something hit me.
So what is Cam now?
Something hit me.
He clear.
He's just clear.
He's
Okay.
just clear.
Clear. Damn, he's see through.
Unknown.
Unknown.
You know the rock candy that's just sugar flavor?
Yeah.
It's just clear. Yeah.
Oh God.
All you see is the little wooden lollipop stick on the middle.
I've seen that before. Looks like meth.
It's not that Heisenberg. That's the blue one.
Oh,
What was you gonna say to H?
Sorry.
Oh, y'all threw me so off with that. I don't even remember now because I went down the rabbit hole. I shouldn't have went down the rabbit hole, but it was too easy, so I had to go.
You was asking a question about the what would we have something?
Oh yeah. So
Good
something right because I completely forgot. Something that they lined up in the movie that they could have done perfectly, but just wasn't there. I'll go first.
Okay.
So
Good.
just give you an example. So you bring back all these Tokyo Drift characters, and you don't put Sean behind the wheel of the car at all,
No, he sucked.
bruh. You got Ramsey driving the box truck for a whole, like that was an extended sequence of her driving this box truck, and my man don't touch a steering wheel one time in the movie.
He ain't drifting.
his daddy told him he can't touch him no more.
Yeah, he ain't drifting no more.
But he drove a plane.
He
That mean he
old.
flew a plane.
That man ain't a young man no more. You see that 5 o'clock shadow on that man? That's permanent.
Yeah, it was. It was thick.
I
You
feel
know when
like
Homer Simpson shave and grow right back? Yeah.
I feel you on that though. They could have put him in a car.
They could have put him in a car.
So before we end it, how about the post credits?
Yeah, let's talk about
Unfortunately-
them post credits.
So a little bit I saw. Apparently, Han goes back in is it Shaw or Rob? Which one is Jason?
Shaw.
Shaw. Okay, yeah. So Han faces Shaw. I guess they beat up. I guess Shaw's doing his own thing, and Han pops it to his door, and they see each other, and it blacks out. So apparently, for what I've heard about the 10th movie, is they're trying to figure out because remember, Shaw he pretty much killed Han for a different reason. So they're trying to figure out how to do the revenge thing, but still be friends because Shaw. I mean, he was bad, but he's good because obviously in the 8th movie.
Yeah, because he was only trying to take him out because he was trying to take Dom's crew out.
Correct.
That's all he was trying to do.
But at the same time, too, you kill Han's girlfriend.
Yeah.
And you mess up his life, and you technically kill him, too. Yeah. How do you get over that?
Hold on, wait. Shaw killed?
Well, he didn't
His
necessarily
brother killed
Yeah.
Giselle.
I was about to say. Well,
Yeah.
I don't think he killed her. She died because she was sacrificing herself to keep Han alive.
Right, yeah.
To your point, it was because of him. Yeah.
Yeah, all that happened. So they're trying to figure out how to do the whole family thing because rumor is Han would be, even though Sean would be a good guy but bad guy because of course he's helped Don and all them, so he's technically family. But it's too Han's family too. So who's right and who's wrong because you made your mistake. You killed her. You try to kill everybody else. You expect me to forget this grudge, but I can't just forgive you because you just messed up my whole life. The love of my life is gone, and you tried to kill me in Tokyo. I mean,
True. Failed, but he tried.
Yeah. But see, I feel like what they're gonna end up doing is kind of like you said. It's gonna be tension, but I don't think it's gonna be like an actual beef.
Yeah.
Like I don't think it's gonna be like a revenge thing. I think it's just gonna be some like high tension, and he's gonna have to deal with it. They're gonna have to iron that out.
It's gonna be.
But can you deal with somebody? Somebody kills your girlfriend. How do you deal with that? How do you face somebody like
But
that?
that's what I'm saying. Shaw wasn't the one that killed her though.
I mean, but it's your fault that she died. I mean,
No, it's his brother's fault. It ain't got nothing to do with Shaw.
Deckard Shaw's the one that killed her.
Yeah.
still just your family. You could.
No, I mean I get it, but at the same time, I mean,
Yeah, and let's talk about the Shaw family though, because Mom Shaw was driving that Noble with Dom and was like slamming these gears.
Yes, killing it.
And I'm like, that's not an easy car to drive.
Handbrake, please.
She out here in the stilettos, just driving,
killing.
She was whipping that car now.
and Dom got this weird smile on his face the whole time. Like I would be concerned.
He did have.
he must have knew who she was though.
He did have that like that perverted smile on his face.
But Dom always has that perverted smile.
like yeah, you whipped that car.
Why my man looked so scared when his brother came at him yelling in the bunker when the brother got like when the team came to release the brother and he came out and Dom was like something about dad would be disappointed in you such and such or whatever, and he came back yelling. My man puckered his lips up and was looking at him all scared. I was like, Dom, why you
Like you about to cry.
Yeah, I was like, what?
That truth hurt, boy. That dagger in the heart hurt, boy.
Oh yeah,
He didn't go crack
that's what
the
it
car.
was. I was like, he
Couldn't handle that truth
Nah,
bomb.
couldn't handle
that
that
true hurt.
The truth hurt me, boy. I said, God damn, the dagger. Okay, Jacob, you got one. Shit.
That's why he tried to sacrifice himself.
One up.
You know why? You know why Dad's dead? Dad's dead? Cause it's your fault. The fuck? Shit. You're right. Damn. That's why that nigga had that epiphany. He said, "Oh shit, I remember that."
Yeah,
He had a flashback.
that man had a whole life session.
I was about to say, my thing is, okay, so you went back, you knew your dad was in debt, you knew something, he knew he signaled Jacob to do something under the hood.
Right.
Why didn't you come to this epiphany earlier? You mean to tell me you ain't never thought about this again after you sent your brother on his way?
I mean, in his defense, he thought his brother did that to kill his dad because his brother was not in the spotlight like him and the dad.
But at the same time, the
he
dad
was blinded by that.
But his dad said, "Hey Jacob, now." So he signaled Jacob to do something under the hood.
I thought he was about to do something cheap when he told him to do that. I thought he was about to do something cheap in that.
To
car.
be fair, even in the flashback sequence, when Dom is having this epiphany, you still don't see what Jacob's doing to the car.
Yeah.
So for all we know, the dad gave the signal. Jacob's like, I can't go through with it, doesn't do anything to the car, and then just lives with this perpetual lie forever.
I thought he was cheating. I thought he was gonna put like extra boost in that bitch and like take off.
Because
Oh, yeah.
it, now that Jacob's, on the good side or whatever, he part of the family now, it would just be like, oh, I know we've been beefing for the past like 30 years or whatever, but you know how you thought I, messed with dad's car? No, I couldn't go through with it.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, familiar.
But see,
Have a
that,
Corona with me.
I was about to say that would have made a whole nother like part to it though, because it was like, okay, so if he didn't do anything to it, so you've literally just been carrying on this guilt for no reason at that point.
He just out here hating.
So either way, there was no point in him carrying that guilt with him because your dad's already dead, and your dad's already dead. The reason you cut the wire didn't happen for what you wanted it to happen for. I mean, as far as like you cut it for him to lose the race. He ended up getting killed because the guy pinned him into the side. So there was no point in him carrying that guilt with him all that time. Especially considering that Dom had time to think about that.
But again, any other movie, I would agree with you.
Yeah.
But obviously, facts don't matter. How many dead characters have come back in Fast and Furious movies?
You got a point. You got a point.
Yeah. Case in point, first one being Letty.
Letty, Han,
Everybody thought Letty was dead.
right?
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean,
You got a point. But anyways,
To episode 10.
Episode 10.
I am interested to see how they're going to make episode 10 though. Because I mean, we definitely know Cypher's going to be the antagonist. We definitely know there's going to be some tension between.
Oh yeah, she's coming. She's coming for him.
Yeah, between Shaw and Han. I'm pretty sure The Rock is going to be in it. They're going to have to bring Hobbs back into it.
Hobbs and Shaw.
Fast and Furious, I'm going to give y'all a suggestion.
Stop shivering so much.
Right. Don't let Michael Bay anywhere near these movies or whatever, because it looks like you're taking a lot of Michael Bay just hints. Yeah, on these movies, man. I tell you what we want to see. What we want to see
explosions
is a coalition of hot rodders from all the movies past come back and just do what they do. Let's just see some races. Let's see who's actually the fastest. That's what these movies used to be about.
Let's go about number 2 when you put the rat in the bucket and burn that nigga.
It's biting me. I'll tell you everything. I'll do anything you want. Just get the rat off of me. That dude was hurt, boy.
rat in the bucket. Wow.
He said, we know rats do. When they get hot, they scratch and dig out.
That was a gangster move, though.
It's like, your average rat can chew through a 3-inch steel drain pipe.
Right.
What? It can do what?
And I didn't know that either. So I was like, good Lord.
Wait a minute. I don't
Because
want
then
that.
you really got to think about it. I was like, yo, that's tough.
Right.
That's tough. And all you got is belly fat to protect you.
That man teeth like a steel wood chipper.
Oh,
This man Jaws from 007.
Jaws.
Oh, man.
Oh my god.
but overall, I mean, the movie was pretty good for what it was.
I mean,
I'm not giving it no Oscars or anything, but
We picked it apart, but as a whole,
You picked it apart as a motherfucker.
look, that's what I
I
do.
mean, because at the end of the day, we're car guys, so we're gonna pick that movie apart.
Yeah.
I give Bow Wow an Oscar for the movie.
You gonna
For
give
his-
Bow Wow for the no name?
I don't give him for that versus battle he did the night. That shit was garbage.
Bow Wow had what? 12 words in this movie?
If that,
It was like 2 sentences. 2 half sentences.
My name ain't Twinkie.
You went by that name? Did you ever go by that name?
Did you ever go by that name?
This man only had one line, I think.
Crickets. Crick, crick.
I think he might have had a line at the end at the barbecue. I think he
He
might
had
have
a
one.
line before Roman and Tez showed up. He was talking to Sean. He said something.
Yeah.
And then they were like, who's this? Twinkie Ding Dong and Snowball or something like that. He's like, you went by Twinkie. You ever went by Twinkie? I don't go by that no more. Don't know what he go by.
You know when Burt went by Twinkie?
Bow Wow gained all the weight, and my man Sean lost
Shout out
all
Ron.
the weight.
Shout out to Ron Jones. He used to go by Twinkie.
Who did?
Ronald Jones.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, he's come on shirts and it say Twinkie. And he had draw Twinkie.
That was back in the sideways and inverse days.
That was before department days.
Ooh, that was old school,
Ooh-wee.
boy. I don't know if we can go quite that back, boy.
Yo, wait till we get him back on here. Wait till we get on here and talk about Twinkie days. Twink
'Cause
Twink.
That's the one that lives in Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we definitely gonna have to go down there and talk to him.
He's called him Twink Twink. Come here, Twink Twink.
He probably gonna come after you for putting his nickname out like that.
Hey, he did it to himself.
I got a friend named Twinkie too, so I mean,
But he didn't
I'm
make
pretty
a-
sure. I
he
mean,
didn't
if you
make a
came
shirt,
from
though.
the hood, there was somebody gonna be named Twinkie.
Yeah, I don't know why, though.
if you came from the hood, you
Why
got,
do you-
you got
why do you
a
name
lot
yourself
of
Twinkie?
names.
Who wants to be named after a spongy cream cake? That's not a gangster name at all. Like if I had a hood nickname, I'd want it to be like
Gangsta-licious.
I want my name to be like
Stugnificent.
I don't know Haas. You better not mess with Haas.
That's not
Or-
not a hood nickname. That is a country ass name.
or all right, how about this? Kimber.
Kimber?
Yeah, like the gun.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say that.
I mean, I
sound
don't
something
think
you
that's
do
a.
to attire.
That's not a gangsta name either.
That's like an army name.
No, I'm
That's
just
an army
saying, like,
nickname.
yeah,
Something
it's
you did
better
to
than a
your
sponge cake.
Oh no, it's better than sponge cake. Yeah, I'll give you that.
That's something you do to a tire.
Look, it is what.
Like my tires were cambered, now they're kimbered.
So it was somebody mispronouncing what they're actually doing.
That
Somebody with
Kimber
a
now?
real bad
Kimber?
accent.
No, Camber.
I got your Kimber done.
No,
Just
Camber.
Kimbered the front tires. You did what?
Are they still on there? What does that mean?
Yeah, what did you do?
Who, Kimberly?
So, before we get out of here, there is one question I wanted to pose, mainly to Adrian and Braylon, since they're the car people. And
Dodge
Dash,
Viper.
Dodge Viper.
that had nothing to do with the question. I
Dodge
appreciate
Viper.
you. I appreciate you for
I
putting the
said Dodge
Dodge in
Viper.
there.
V10.
So
for the win.
I found a salvage title 2009 Corvette Z06. The reason it was salvaged was because of flood damage. Now, me personally, I would buy it, but I know y'all two have different feelings where that's concerned.
And what was that title? That price for that salvage title?
8,000.
8,000.
Now, like I said, it's the Z06 2009 7-speed manual. Is it 6-speed or 7-speed manual?
I think it's 6.
6-speed manual.
That's got to be a 6-speed.
Yeah.
In the LS7, which LS7s are already hard to find.
Exactly. Now, what's your personal opinion on that, Adrian? 'Cause you know where I'm going to go with that.
Right.
We're kind of on the same level of this.
So Corvettes sit very low. And all of the weight in said car sits very low, which means your engine sits very low. There does not have to be much water for it to get into the engine. Once the water is sitting above your oil pan gasket, if there's any types of leak in that gasket, the water is in your oil. Once you get above that, then you're getting flood water, dirt, grime, sand into your pistons, into your crankshaft, and if you crank it like that, motor's toast.
Yep.
It is a full rebuild at that point. So you have bought an $8,000 project car that is essentially an anchor. The motor that you wanted is now a problem because you got to tear it down, sandblast it, all brand new components, port and polished. Like you're going to put another 8 to 10 grand just fixing the motor back to spec. And that's not including the transmission. That's not including the electrical that's wrong with the car. That's not including insulation or carpets that's got mildew damage or anything like that. That's not to mention electrics in the door. The Corvettes
sensors.
the Corvettes do not have manual door releases. They have power door releases. So if that water mechanism is bad, you can't get in it. You cannot get in or out of the car.
Exactly. You're going to have to replace CO2 sensors. I mean, Cadillac converters, you're going to have to replace.
Oh yeah, all that's done.
All that's done. Because once that water damage turns that into corrosive damage, it's not going to happen right then, but it's going to happen on down the road. If that is all not replaced, then you're basically just building another car. You just pay $8,000 to build a car, build another car.
And if you're going to spend that money, you could just buy a crate motor. If you're not going to use the body for anything, which I wouldn't use a Vet flood damage body for anything because the car's fiberglass. So yeah, it's not going to the body's not going to rust or anything, but you're tearing apart the body of that car. If any of that mud or anything caked up in the car, that extra weight's going to crack the panels. And then you got to talk about whole body work at that point.
Yeah. The only thing you're really going to have to look at there is like the frame, if the frame held up.
Okay, so I agree with all that. But here's why I would buy it.
Okay.
Because the car was in California, first of all. Nowhere near the coast. So it's not saltwater damage. It's not anything like that. And, of course, California is not known for flooding.
Right.
So it's probably not like flooded. What I believe happened is that he ran into, because there's a river that goes through. It was in Santa Monica, California.
Okay.
I believe so. Wherever it was, there's a river that goes through this town.
Right.
The river dries out from time to time. So what I believe happened is that he was probably racing in this riverbed. And when he was racing, he probably hit a puddle and some of that water got up into the engine. and probably hit the ECU, because you know the ECU sits low too in the Corvette.
Yep.
It's on like the right fender, right? So when he went in, I'm assuming that he probably hit the ECU, because when you look at the car, the front of the car,
Right.
you don't see any water. Like there's no water in the headlights. The headlights aren't fogged or anything. When you look inside, you don't really see any mildew or anything in the interior.
Right.
So I'm thinking that all it did was hit the ECU, and the ECU is trashed, and they went out as water damage because that was the reason they got hit, or the reason they got
Although possible,
salvaged.
is it worth the gamble?
No, and that's what I was saying before. I would check it out. I would make sure, I would see like, okay, why was it salvaged?
Right.
Right.
Well, why did y'all say flood damage or water damage? Was it because it was actually flooded, or is it because the ECU got taken out? So I would check all that.
The real question is,
Like I would check the oil and all that stuff,
Right.
because oil gets sludgy when you got water in it
Right.
anyway.
Oh,
So you'll be able to tell that, oh, there's water in the oil.
Oh, yeah.
the question is, if there's flood damage, the water damage, like you said, you check it out, right?
Yeah.
But truthfully speaking, how extensive was that damage?
Yeah, because somebody, like, okay, so there was a Ferrari I saw on YouTube that was a flood damage car. The car was flooded in Florida. However, it was sold to a wholesaler in California, and the guy bought it from California, thinking same thing as you. Oh, it's probably not that bad. And they go to start working on this car, and there's literal dirt in the cylinders. Like it was completely submerged underwater. The engine is toast. And we're talking about a Ferrari engine, like
Yeah.
V12. You cannot replace that engine or fix it anywhere near cheap. So they ended up putting a Corvette motor in it and just swapping it. Because at the end of the day, Chevy engines are cheaper and make power. So if your goal is LS7 and you want to spend $8,000, I'd buy a crate car or a crate engine and just sit on that until I found a body, because bodies come up all the time. You'll find somebody that's got a Corvette and they're going to pull the motor to build a project car and they don't need the body anymore. You pick that body up, fresh and clean, good to go.
I got a question for you. Whose head is shinier, Camden or Squidward's?
Wait a minute.
A little.
What light are we standing in? Moonlight or sunlight?
Ooh, that's a hard one. Sunlight.
Sunlight.
Both. Give me both.
Because, Camden's light skinned, so, you got to take consideration what moonlight's going to look like refracting up his head and what sunlight's going to look like.
The glisten is different, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Oh,
Glisten
gotcha.
is different. So, you...
He out here he out here sparkling like Twilight vampires.
out here looking like Edward. Looking like Edward Cullen. Hey,
Edward head ass.
Edward
Twinkle,
head.
twinkle.
Boy, you got diamonds in your hairline? What's
But the
going on
shininess
here?
follows north.
It shines different when he points to north. This dude,
Oh, my God.
this dude can sense direction like Rudolph.
Oh, God made through the lightness, the darkness.
Oh, Camden, with your forehead so bright. You got
Oh, God. Keston.
You started it. Oh, I'm sorry. No, Dash started
Did
it.
not start that. No.
But you led it there.
That's the last one. I'm done.
Look, Dash baited me. I took the bait.
Yeah, he did.
He baited me. I took the bait.
You jumped down that rabbit hole.
I dove.
okay,
I
Braylon.
dove in it.
He got me too. It's all good. Don't worry.
I
Everybody
mean,
else.
Adrian, you thought about it. The twinkle.
Look, he just lined it
is
up.
there-
I just hit it with the assist.
It was
the
a good
alley-oop.
comparison, though.
Is there?
You
is
got
there-
that, Squidward, or the Avatar.
So what kind of shine does Camden's head have to you? Is it a glitter,
I
glisten?
told you mine, solar flare, bro.
Solar.
Solar flare.
It's almost like a mirror finish, though. You know when Homer Simpson put his head in that ball sparkler?
You talking about like a buff? Like he done got it buffed?
Boy, cut and buff. That shit
Cut.
glistening, boy.
Look, the moonlight is the regular solar flare, and the sun's the 100 times solar flare.
Damn, Cam. Adrian said your head got a detail job. Jesus Christ.
And I've seen the detail job, boy. That thing look good with
Oh.
that black
Bubblegum
ass sun.
wax.
Oh my God. He said you got that McGuire's on your head. Jesus.
No, that's that turtle wax, like that turtle y'all
Not
saw
the
that night.
turtle wa- Toka. Oh my God.
I'm done.
Turtle wax.
You got one, Camden? I mean, not Camden.
Oh, see,
Oh, damn, Keston.
You done messed it up.
Keston.
You gonna take that, Keston? Don't take it.
I don't know what to say. I wasn't gonna get into it.
He's fucking out.
Keston.
He didn't want to get clowned. Don't be scared.
I'm not scared. I just
Cam's gonna clap back at all
I
this.
had
Might as well get ready.
nothing to say.
Because you sure got on me quick. But you won't get on Camden, you.
When did I get on you quick?
Ooh, but he calling you. He calling you a
That man
turncoat
sit up
right now.
6 inches in his chair, boy. I don't know how he did that.
When? Oh, let me talk like Dash.
Why does Dash's impersonation of Dash sound like Eddie Murphy?
Get out of my house, mate. That's Adrian.
Okay, Terrace House.
Oh shit! Come on, man.
I mean, to be honest, I ain't got nothing better than the solar flare thing. I'm just being honest.
Come on, come on, man. You can do better than soda flat, man.
Nah, I ain't got nothing for it. Oh, except, I could say Camden kind of looked like the yellow version of Kirby, when you're going through Smash Brothers. When you go through Smash Brothers, you got all the different colors. You got like the
You talking about the
pink.
Kirby with the red shoes?
Yeah, the Kirby with the red shoes. You got the pink, you got the
He got the
gray,
red
you got the
bottoms
black.
on.
And he wears
You got the yellow.
Kirby,
He got the red shell toes.
Kirby got the red bottoms on
with the shiny head.
With the shiny head.
with the shiny head. Wow.
I'm done.
Damn, Cam.
You know he coming for us, right?
Cam,
Oh, he going hard.
Oh yeah, he gonna try to go for it.
Cam coming for everybody. I'm not gonna be here.
The only thing that would make Kirby look more like Camden is if he had a cigarette hanging out the side of his mouth
With a hat.
with a hat.
A 100.
Flame emojis. Flame emojis. Flame emojis.
Oh, so that's what it is. Yo, he gotta suck up Mario and get the fire thing, get the firepower.
He got.
He gotta suck up Flame Mario and get the fire. That's his power. Flame emoji.
He can suck
Flame
up.
emoji.
He can
Flame
suck
emoji.
up Dr. Mario and just start popping pills at everybody. Percocets. Molly Percocets.
Mask off.
I was going to say that. I was just going to say that. I'm so glad you beat me to it.
Oh God. Yo.
I remember the Rick and Morty episode when they played that song. Yo, Rick and Morty played some of the gangster songs ever on that show. Yo,
They did.
Rick and Morty
bro.
be going hard.
They did.
speaking of back on, right?
Oh yeah, I watched that first episode.
Speaking of gangster songs, you remember
Are we really
Family
doing
Guy?
this, Sherry?
You remember what?
Remember Family Guy when they got pissed off at Peter for playing that damn surfing bird?
Oh, bird is a word thing.
Bird is a word.
And then they played that. What song was that? It was an Ice Cube song. They played the song, and then they come in and start stomping the damn record out and beating it with a bat. I'm like, what? These boys
Stu
just
is mad as hell.
They just went boys in the hood on this damn thing.
God, what movie? What movie?
Straight out of Compton.
I cannot remember the song though. I know what scene you talking about, but I cannot remember the name of the song.
They really went like.
Oh, it was some old school West Coast stuff.
It was
for
some
sure.
Oh,
old
definitely.
school West Coast. They went hard on that song.
But yo, before we get into another tangent, like I said, Fast 9 was good.
It was good.
It wasn't
For
the
sure.
greatest thing, but I mean, it's a Fast and Furious movie.
If you're a car person and you've watched the rest of them, you might as well go ahead and watch this one.
It's worth the movie ticket.
Yeah,
I'll say that. It's worth the movie ticket.
I'll say it was better than the last one.
I'd most definitely say it was better than the last one.
We do not own the rights to the music.
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
Wow, straight from the 8 block. It's 8 Mile.
Definitely some gangster California music right there.
That poor record.
Now, you know what? You know who I could see rapping to that right there?
What was that?
Scarface. I could see Scarface rapping to that.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. There was words there. Hold up. There was words there. I just
That
heard
was
words.
Ghetto Boys.
Is that Ghetto Boys? Mm-hmm. Yes. That's
Oh,
Scarface.
so that's Houston, Texas, anyways.
Who, Ghetto Boys?
Ghetto Boys was Texas, ain't it?
Yeah.
Wait, did you want the words? You meant you want to play the words?
Play the words. Play the words.
Keston is right.
We do not own
Houston,
the rights.
Texas.
Okay.
I was about to say I ain't the most knowledgeable.
No, you
about
was right.
hip-hop,
I
but
was just
like,
trying to remember myself. You was right.
That's crazy. Scarface was in Ghetto Boys.
Yeah,
Exactly. That's what I said.
That's what I
Scarface.
said. That's what I remember.
That sound like Chuck. That sound like Chuck D right there.
We do not own the rights to this music.
We don't.
Please don't nobody come for us.
Right.
It's only because we was talking about Family Guy.
So let's close this Fast and Furious out real fast. Anything else? Anything that y'all want to add to it? Something you wanted to see, not seen, expectations.
I'm sorry. What was the question? I'm not gonna sit down and do what you
This
said.
man asked me what the question was while I'm still asking the question.
Boy, you did that last week. Dash, what you think about this? Dash.
Crickets.
Dash.
I'm so mad, y'all.
Testing. Dash.
Yo, I was in that game hard. I'm like,
The caller you are trying to reach is not available at this time.
doo-doo-doo. The brain is gone right now.
This phone number is no longer in service.
Well, honestly, I can't think of anything else I would have wanted to see in the movie.
Wait, what was the question?
What would you have wanted to see in the movie?
Oh,
Like something.
What else? Like, what's something you would wish would have came up in the movie?
Bow Wow wasn't in it.
Not stuff to take out. What?
Oh man, wouldn't it have been cooler to see Lil Bow Wow and Soulja Boy have a race?
Yo,
No. You know what they should have did?
Hell no.
No, for real. You know what they should have did?
What's
It
that?
should have been a race between Bow Wow and Ja Rule.
oh, is there
That's
a
what they-
possibility for them both to lose? Because I feel like that would be the outcome.
I feel like if for both of them to lose, it has to be something like their cars break before they cross the finish line.
Yeah, like one of them
But that
just
would-
wrecks prematurely, and the other one blows up their engine doing some dumb stuff.
Or
yeah,
like Bow Wow wrecks, but because he wrecks, he causes Ja Rule to wreck too.
Right,
Something like
yeah.
that. But I feel like that would be like a perfect comedic ending to a Fast and Furious movie.
Oh my god! But like, I could see that now. Like, you can see Tyrese and Ludacris. Like, man, y'all didn't even make it across the finish line. Y'all broke down. I made it further than he did, but you didn't make it across the line.
It's like, how did both of y'all lose in a 2-person race?
The race still going. It's 15 minutes from now. Y'all still didn't win.
Meanwhile, what movie was it where Dom was driving that old car that he took all the panels off of while it's on fire in reverse and beats the dude?
Oh, that was
Ford.
No,
it
that was
was
like
like
6
or 7.
Yeah,
That's
Is that when he was in
Wasn't
Puerto Rico?
that was the
Fast
first
Five.
one with Cypher.
He was in Cuba, so that was 8.
Yeah,
Was it 8? Or was
yeah,
it
I had a
five?
few.
Okay.
Yeah,
It was 8 because he was in Cuba.
Man, there's so many Fast and Furious. That's
Yeah, it's hard to keep him straight sometimes.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, all of you to listen, there are 9 Fast and Furious movies,
excluding Hobbs and Shaw.
In Tokyo
excluding
Drift.
Hobbs and
Wait,
Shaw.
is Tokyo Drift in there?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Tokyo
that's-
Drift is in there,
Tokyo Drift is considered 3.
but it plays in between 6 and 7.
It plays-
if you
it-
watch them in order.
Plays
Yeah.
like Star Wars.
They
Yeah,
just
kinda.
play some movies.
Let's make some money.
Pretty much.
Get the Tims.
That's the Wheat Bottoms gun drops, ladies and gentlemen.
That would have been mine though. I would have liked to see Bow Wow and Ja Rule race because we didn't get to see Bow Wow even drive anything in either of the
He
movies.
didn't drive in Tokyo Drift.
That's what I'm saying. He didn't drive in either of the movies, so I would love to see that.
He could have acted like he was driving something. I mean,
I think he drove a little bit.
No, he had a car, but he didn't actually
He
drive.
didn't drive the Hulk.
Nope. It was just there. It was just his car.
That little Scion, that thing was for show.
I thought it was
It wasn't even a TC. It was like
It was the box.
it was the box.
Got the microwave car.
Man was driving a whole cardboard box around.
talking about the hamster car.
The hamster car.
That's what we call that, the hamster car.
It was it a Soul?
No, it was a Scion.
No,
it was
it was a
XB.
Scion.
It was an XB.
That's what it was.
XB,
XB,
that's
Scion
right,
XB.
that's right.
AKA the hamster car.
Oh,
Yeah, I remember them commercials. Them
no.
boys are jamming, boy.
No, the hamster car was a Kia Soul though.
the hamster
was
was a
it?
Kia
Yeah.
Soul.
Oh,
It's all the same
Well, they
shit.
both
I was
look-
about to say, yeah.
They same shape. And they were bumping. They had the Adidas outfit on and everything. But
Oh,
I was like,
yeah.
I got some class,
They both
boy.
look like delivery cars.
They were black.
Exactly.
You know they were black, right?
who was black?
The hamsters.
The hamsters was black.
You know they were. They were killing that Adidas outfit, boy.
Yo, that's funny you said that. You think about the black characters in movies, and a lot of people don't think about that, like Transformers, the two little robots.
Yeah, black.
Oh no, Jazz was definitely black.
Oh, Jazz was definitely black.
Jazz was
black.
definitely what's up, little bitches. What? What that robot just say?
That man came in breakdancing. I was like, yo, he black.
He definitely black. Jazz was definitely black.
So before we get off, Suicide Squad's coming on HBO Max.
Oh yeah, definitely
Is
gonna
that
watch
our
it.
next
Oh,
topic?
the new Suicide Squad?
Yeah, I think that because when does that one come out?
Beginning of July, right?
Because I know Black Widow comes out in July too.
Yeah.
We definitely gonna do Black Widow.
Something else came out this weekend too. What else came out? That I want to see. That looks really good.
Hitman's body.
I saw that
Hitman's
one.
wife's bodyguard? Hitman's
Oh, you already saw that
bodyguard's
one?
wife?
Yeah, I saw that. That's really good too. Actually,
Oh yeah, I was expecting that one to be
Black
good. though.
Widow?
Black Widow comes out July 9th.
Okay.
there's something else that came out this Friday, or just came out. Let's see.
I was about to say, other than Hitman's Bodyguard and Fast 9, I don't know about anything else. But we definitely gonna review Black Widow, and we definitely gonna review Suicide Squad. I feel like we got to. But
Yeah.
Oh,
Did you have
you know,
anything,
Cam's
Braylon?
gonna love it because it ain't got Will Smith in it. So
What's up there, Kes?
Which
I
I
said,
don't
what
know why
else?
he is.
Did you
this is
have
hard time.
anything you wanted to, as far as the Fast 9 movie? Was there anything you wanted to see?
I mean, me, honestly. What I wanted to see, I kind of got, because with the storyline, the way the storyline went, like I said, I wanted to see a better storyline. I wanted to see a follow-up on the storyline. There are still a lot to the storyline that we are missing. I mean, there's a lot we're missing.
I feel like they're gonna wrap that up in 10 though.
I mean,
That's-
they need to wrap it up, because I
Yeah.
need to know what the hell this man was driving when he wrecked.
facts.
hold on, what you mean? What?
Dom's father.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I need to know the backstory behind this Charger, because if you know you've been watching this and following it, you know the Charger was like they always said was their family curse, because something always happened with that Charger. It got blew up, smashed into something. Something always happened, and it started with the father. What was it?
I was about to say I want to go back and I want to watch that the first movie to see if the story Dom told was actually about that Charger, or was he just referencing the Charger as a family curse because something happened in the Charger before.
Right.
So yeah, I'm with you on that. Yeah,
You know, this honestly, before they make another Fast and Furious that leads down the path of, okay, we still got Cypher, Mr. Nobody. Okay, we finally found this guy, because never mentioned anything about this guy through the whole movie other than he got kidnapped and his plane got blown out the sky.
Right.
I would love to see an origin story. I want to see a young Letty, a young Dom, a young Vince. I want to see an origin story. Where was Brian at that time? What was he doing? You know what I'm saying?
Being a good boy.
that would be interesting.
Let's go. Let's get an origin story. Let's go back.
I'd be down with that.
The movie that's coming out Friday that I was thinking of was The Purge.
Oh, it comes out this Friday.
It comes out this Friday.
Oh, okay.
What's that one called? The Infinite Purge or something?
The Purge Forever.
Purge Forever?
Yeah,
Oh, God.
I like Purge. I like Purge movies.
I do too.
After the first one, they lost me after the first one. I say I'll go back and watch them, but the first one I was like, "Oh, this is stupid."
I don't know, man. I got kind of worried because I feel like America would do something like that.
America probably would, but I mean, if America did that, first of all, if America did anything with a purge, I'm moving to Canada. off rip.
Off the rip.
Selling
But-
everything, I'm moving to Canada.
But here's the issue
I'm getting
with
capped.
that.
Somebody capping me easily. That
Here's-
damn dash.
Here's the issue with that, though, Keston. How would you know if we were really doing a purge?
Well, I mean, they're going to announce it.
You
because
announce it. Yeah.
Would they be announcing it, or could that be just somebody just playing some shit?
I feel like they would announce that.
Like, you're really gonna sit and wait for them to announce that on TV?
But here's the thing. That's what I'm saying. I feel like if the government was allowing a purge to happen, they're going to announce we're going to allow a purge to happen.
Yeah, they're gonna.
And even
That's
they're
what they
gonna
talk.
do it.
I
and
mean,
even if I'm not moving to Canada, I am going to stay in Canada until the purge is over.
But they're gonna announce it like they do everything else. Well, we might be having a purge here in the next couple of months.
keyword
So
might.
just
If you see might, I'm already prepared.
just be prepared to lock your doors and stock up on your weaponry, and then all of a
But
Hide
sudden,
your
again-
kids, hide your wife.
a few days later, it's like,
Hey.
oh, well, we're gonna have the purge today. What?
But again,
I'm not ready.
I mean, they would always give you time. They could just all right.
I was
Start
about to say
capping.
because it's supposed to be a federal thing, so they would give you time. But my thing, and here's the other thing I had about the issue I had with the purge. Why is it that you assume everybody would want to kill? If I know there's no laws, I'm going to steal.
They did that too.
I'm going to steal diamonds. I'm going to steal jewelry. K's is going to be empty the next
Oh
morning.
yeah, I'm gonna be rich.
So why would you assume that people like will want to kill? The only people that will want to kill will be rich people, because you already have everything. The only thing you want to do is kill people.
I'm taking.
There's
I
so
don't-
few of them.
I don't want to break in nobody's house and steal.
No.
nothing.
We're taking the Robin Hood approach to this. For instance, I would take, let's say, maybe someone in the neighborhood of let's see, how can I put this? Beth Jabos yacht. There we go. Something like that. Yeah. Like somebody the name rhymes kind of like that.
The guy that kind of he owns like an online empire. He
Yeah.
got, like, it was like amazing. It's that website. where
Yeah.
you can buy just about anything. It's
They ship things and
and they ship them very fast.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that's his whole thing.
right.
And he like
Kind of like a Tony Stark character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because like one of his issues is like he bought like this $500 million yacht, and then he bought an accessory yacht for his $500 million yacht just because the main yacht didn't have a helipad, so he needed to buy a $50 million yacht just to get a helipad. That type of dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're robbing him off the rip.
Yeah, see, like I can solve that problem for him. He wouldn't need the second yacht if I had the first one for him.
Exactly.
See, I solved the problem.
Yeah. We take it.
And for your statement for who would kill some people, you just have people out there. Some people who's like, man, I just hate this dude. And if I had a chance to kill him, I would. And the fact that stopped people is because if you kill somebody, you'll jail for murder. But if I can get away with it and I won't get in trouble, and ain't nobody gonna say shit, and you can't see my face, it's not like you know it's me. Like you wearing a mask, I could be anybody.
I'm just saying. During the purge, I'm gonna find the meanest fucking hacker I know. The meanest hacker I
Like
know.
a cyborg type of
And I'm
person.
gonna be like, look, bro, I need you to make me like 6, 7 accounts, and I need you to hack everybody.
Once
All these-
Keston get the
You-
supercomputer,
You know what I'm getting?
What's that?
I'm getting Camden so I can use solar flare. Because ain't nobody heard with me that. Camden head attack solar flare.
Hey, but you know what though? You know what though?
1,000 times.
You know what though? They won't see it coming.
oh
Mic drop.
no! Dun 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 dun.
And on that note,
Can I get a sound effect, Keston?
I got you. There we go.
Wasn't it on Family Guy too when he did that?
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. He said, "Play me out, Johnny." No, I need something a little upbeat.
Dang, we hit 212? Good Lord.
Yeah, we've been on this for a minute. But on that note, that's it. Movie was good. We love y'all. Appreciate y'all listening to us this long.
Oh yeah.
Because we been on something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we went in on that one. Support Fandom Limb. Check out Fandom Limb on fandomlimb.com.
And
All the dope podcasts.
Yep. And appreciate y'all for following us and keeping up with us and having great laughs. We love all y'all. Always a great time.
Very good podcast.
Appreciate Braylon for coming out
Oh yeah.
in his brother's place.
Good job replacing
Even though
him.
my blood sugar dropped like crazy, I had to get it up.
Oh yeah, we noticed. We not gonna talk about it, but we noticed.
Oh yeah, it happened.
Oh, I think
sure-
I might have talked about it.
It
Didn't realize.
happened.
I'm sure some other people might notice, but yeah, we got you. It's all good.
Let's let them figure it out.
Right. Yeah. That's it. Love y'all. I'm Keston.
I'm Braylon.
I'm Adrian.
And I'm Shiny Head, Camden.
Chrome Dome.
And I guess that's the last one. We out.